is Thursday.
Sorry?
Can't hear Esther.
Hello? Can you know?
Nope.
Has been sitting in my seat.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Good morning, you lovely, precious people. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve, actually. It is the 29th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. I am one of your hosts for today, Martin Royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, and news analyst. Melanin jam-packed.
That is right. May your melanin always be jam-packed.
Amen.
Amen. That's a nice collar t-shirt.
Thank you.
Very nice. I like when I see men wear like collar t-shirts outside of white and black. I feel like it really, especially black men, like it just really adds to you guys' cut. Like it just adds a little, je ne sais quoi to the equation. And Brent is here as well.
Morning, beautiful people. I hope everybody is fine and blessed.
Dandy.
Fine and dandy.
Fine and dandy.
Let me just do a quick roll call. Good morning, Divina, Energy, 9 Ether, T, Eddie Cabon, Mel, Christy, Iman B, Imi Snow Globe, Magob, Mohammed Ali. I think that's the first time I've seen your name. Shout you out. The man from Uncle, Priz, DCF Mooks, Easy Bambino, Antonia Hansen, Bimmy, Yvette, Charles Mack, Mr. Ashlows, Sarah, TC, shout all y'all out. I think y'all should have already gotten your confirmation about Saturday.
There's a TDA link up.
Yeah. Celebrating Daniel's birthday.
Oh, that would have been lovely.
Yeah.
I'm flying out the next morning. So
Oh, serious?
I have barely slept. I ain't got it in me. But I'm sure it's going to be a great time, as always.
That's news to me. I actually thought you were already flown out, innit?
No, I was just at somebody's wedding.
Right.
2 weddings. Big up. Also, I met one of our followers at it was a traditional wedding. I'm sure her name is Temi. I'm sure she said Temi, which is one of the bridesmaids.
Big up,
And
Temi.
that should be babes. So big up her. What a babe. She's like, I didn't want to disturb you. I said, hey, girl, you didn't disturb me. I didn't do nothing. I didn't like it. Nothing was sin here, pretty. But yeah, so big up Temi. Actually, somebody else I did meet.
It was just you and you there.
Say it. There's who there?
It was just you there.
Say no.
Did you have company? Did you?
I went with my mans.
Oh, come on.
I went with my mans.
Temi saw you with your future.
Yeah, I think I actually introduced her. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. I'm sure I did because it was standing next
How
to me.
did it feel
I would have.
to introduce him to somebody from the community?
It's not like it's Kevin Thompson.
I know. I don't think you've done it before. You've never been in that particular predicament before.
No, I haven't. But to be fair as well, how dare secretive men?
Did the words get stuck in your mouth?
My man shows me off like his pride and joy. Pride and joy. I've been hiding under tables too long. I'm joking. I've never hidden under a table. But you know how that is actually mad, yeah? I'm sorry, but we thank God for restoration, you know, because when you date somebody with sense, like to be fair, I've always known foolishness anyway. And to be fair, I was on foolishness, but not on foolishness the way some of you are assuming I was on foolishness, still sanctified, okay? Don't play with me. But just like I've always met guys and known you are not certified to be my husband. Like you can never be my husband. So I've never really cared about what it was saying because I know that.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just know. Do you get what I mean? So with this one, he's met everybody now. He's met my church family. That was really lovely actually. Bloody hell, that was something.
So he didn't have to sit there coughing whilst you stood there just looking at the person?
What do you mean?
As in, you know when it is that you introduce yourself to Temi or Temi introduces herself to you,
yeah.
And then you're like, oh, hi girl, and then
Hi
it's
girl.
just there and he's there.
Like myself.
Yeah.
My man does never have to do that.
This is Benjamin. He's a friend.
Nah, never, man. Like, that's just wild. Like, never. Sometimes they introduce me, I'm like, hi, small talk, man. I'm like, oh, hi, it's lovely to meet you. As soon as I walk away, I don't know the person's name. I have no clue who I just met. And he'll be like, oh, that person, you met them. And I'm like,
I'm so bad with names like that.
sure I did. But no, it's been lovely, man. But yeah, he's been we were at my brother's house yesterday, actually. Because we went out for family lunch the other day. But you know, when you're in a restaurant, you can't really like gist like that. Because my family, my mom, I'm so happy for my mum. Like my family's growing.
Yeah.
As a single mom, she had her kids, and like it's so sweet that she's got grandkids now. By the grace of God, she have more sons-in-law. Like it's just beautiful to see. I know she's married now as well. She's living her best married. Like honestly, God is good. So it's just very wholesome. But obviously, it was a long table. So you can't really like yap the way you want to. So we went over to the house yesterday. It was lovely. Really nice whole time. And my nephew, my nephew is 3 years old. My nephew has learnt the word boyfriend. And I tell you, that's all we hear. Auntie Esther's boyfriend. Auntie Esther's boyfriend. Auntie Esther. I said, oh my gosh. So yeah, it's been lovely, man. My family love him. He's a nice guy. Nice lad.
Good.
Nice
So,
lad.
yeah, nice lad.
That's good. That's good.
So, yeah, how you guys doing anyway?
I'm alright.
How's it going in these streets?
I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored as per usual.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah, man. Can't complain. You know.
Absolutely love it. Did you say you wanted to read out the thing or
No,
not today?
No, it's a long letter, and I think
Is it?
I
did you put it in the group chat?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What that? Okay.
We need to give some media training. I don't know if it's too late. Just the basics, just the basics.
Fanan actually thought that it was you that wrote it.
Oh, Emmanuel?
Yeah, until somebody said.
Impossible.
Was it good or positive? Was it bad? A good or bad letter?
No, it was a good letter.
Was it a patronizing letter?
No.
Oh, it was a good letter. Okay. I might have.
So you don't even know what the letter's about. Why are you reacting that way?
I saw a few
How are
things.
you different from Chims that was blaming people's margins when he called the other morning?
But
We got the wake and break crew.
Innit?
quite a few people like jumped on and they really, really held on TDA yesterday.
Big up, y'all.
Like Christy, Black Rob.
Big up Christy, big up Black Rob.
Who else was there? I think Izzy Bambino.
Nice.
Eddie Cabon.
Nice. Big up Eddie.
Yeah. He really is a default backer of like women. Like it doesn't matter what Eddie threw at him. He's like,
And I love men like that. Those are the best men.
women are right.
Absolutely. I know that's right. That's absolutely right. Big up Eddie every single. Can you give me some horns, please? Let me stand up and do it myself.
Yes.
Big up Eddie every single time, man. Because you know what it is? On the other end of the other side of things, you got men who just say, I blame the Marge. Don't even know what we're talking about. Don't know there's a woman in play. You don't have a clue. They just, hey. Big up Eddie.
I'll throw it in the WhatsApp group and you can read it whilst the headlines are going through. I mean,
Okay, love
obviously Emmanuel isn't able to read it because he's going to be reading the headlines.
Multitasking. But big up the person though. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys are writing and all that.
Yeah.
All that great stuff.
Like Chrissy's like a real dope human being. Like
Christy?
for the black community. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like she's
That's just true to this.
I'm not going anyways. This is
Like she's.
black men is my portion.
Oh, was it cussing black men?
It wasn't custom black men, no.
Oh,
It wasn't custom black men.
I thought you said it was lesson for black women.
It was a letter for black
Was it praising black women or was it highlighting areas that you think we need to?
I'm gonna wait for you to basically read it. I'm gonna give you none.
I'm saying all sorts of swear words I never unlocked before.
Spoil your first experience.
Let's find out. Let's find out where I stand as a black woman. And you said it was written to us by a group of black men, an association.
By one man, but that one man came in
In the spirit of many
stand
black
of-
men.
Yeah, and quite a few of his brethren. Because they represented a few different types of black men, and he kind of brought it to the fore.
I'm gonna read it because on first thought, I have like 6 first thoughts. So I'm gonna read it first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the headlines.
Please. Sorry, Noreen in the chat says, Esther is saying big up till she reads that letter, LOL. I'll be honest with you, yeah. whatever Noreen says, whatever she said he did that shit. Guilty AF. I trust Noreen. There's not many women in this community, respectfully, that I trust. Noreen, I trust. Rebecca, I trust.
I think your mind's made up now, to be honest.
It's not yet though, because I'm curious, but also that I don't have it in me. Like
Alright.
I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday mode. I'm on holiday mode. I'm on happy mode.
Good.
I'm on my hair looks nice mode. Do you know what I mean? I'm just in positive modes. Even word of road today, I intentionally skipped all this stupidity. I'm just reporting nice things. So I think it'll be calm.
Okay. All right.
Well, so we say until I ban the person.
Let's see.
They put their name there, so I know if it's. There might be. If they're my block list already, then fair enough.
All right.
But yeah.
All right, people. So, our first headline: a U.S. federal court has ruled that President Donald Trump overstepped his authority by imposing global tariffs in a major blow to a key part of his economic policies. The Court of International Trade ruled that an emergency law invoked by the White House does not provide unilateral authority to impose tariffs on nearly every country. The Manhattan-based court said that the U.S. Constitution gives Congress exclusive powers to regulate commerce with other nations, and this is not superseded by the president's remit to safeguard the economy. Within minutes of the ruling, the Trump administration lodged an appeal. White House Deputy Press Secretary Kush Desai said in a statement, "It is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. President Trump pledged to put America first, and the administration is committed to using every lever of executive power to address this crisis and restore American greatness." Next headline, big trigger warning on this one, people. Big trigger warning. UK prosecutors have confirmed that they have authorised 21 charges against influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, including rape, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking. Andrew Tate, who's 38, faces 10 charges, including rape, actual bodily harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain, charges connected to all three alleged victims. Tristan Tate, who's 36, the younger brother, faces 11 charges, including rape, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking, charges connected to one of the alleged victims. The two British Americans are under investigation in Romania, facing a number of charges which they deny. And the CPS spokesperson, Crown Prosecution Service person, said, "We can confirm that we have authorised charges against Andrew and Tristan Tate." These charging decisions followed receipt of a file of evidence from Bedfordshire Police. A European arrest warrant was issued in England in 2024, and as a result, the Romanian courts ordered the extradition to the UK of Andrew and Tristan Tate. However, the domestic criminal matters in Romania must be settled first. And our last headline, I'm not too sure if this is going to make people like Mr. Sadiq Khan anymore. Sorry, even more, pardon me. But yeah, he's called for the possession of a particular drug to be decriminalised. So, David Sidgwick, who's Dorset's Police and Crime Commissioner, has urged that cannabis, which is currently a Class B drug, should be put on par with crack cocaine and heroin. Yeah, such a move would see the maximum penalties for possession increase from 5 to 7 years, while the maximum penalty for supplying cannabis would rise from 14 years to in prison to life. So Sadiq has proposed that the possession of small amounts of natural cannabis should no longer be a criminal offence. Dealing in or producing the drug will remain illegal. Mr. Sidgwick said that there was growing evidence linking psychosis, cancer and birth defects to cannabis use, particularly with the development of more potent strains. He also warned that it was a gateway drug used by crime gangs to lure in users. The London Drugs Commission, set up by Sir Sadiq, ruled out full legislation of cannabis in its report because it said any benefits from tax revenues and reduced police workload were outweighed by the potential longer-term health impacts on users. Instead, it proposed that natural cannabis would be removed from the Misuse of Drugs Act and brought under the Psychoactive Substance Act. And that's it for headlines. Let's get into our topic of the day.
Bro, wait a minute, don't press that button. I'm reading this here. I don't want to be dismissive, but it's quite a long. You know when you're scrolling on WhatsApp and he's got them that little thing on the scroller thing on the side, and I'm seeing the distance between the end of that and the end of my screen, and I'm like, damn.
It was a proper letter.
It's a letter, and I'll be honest with you. Halfway, I don't want to be dismissive. For now, I'm probably have a heart attack when I say this, but I'm definitely thinking touch grass. But I don't want to be dismissive, so I'm gonna finish it.
That's it.
But I think I already know the solution to this, which is what we've said so many times on here. And we said it most recently, curate the kind of people that you want around you so that you don't have to be bogged down by by just... Furthermore, I can see why Christy would have been activated yesterday. With Best of the Young Lad. I don't know if I'm going to finish this because quite a lot to read and I need to be present on the show and present elsewhere. But all the best, my love, and I hope you find what you're looking for.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
You hadn't pressed it yet. Anyway, thanks for supporting the show, love. It's really greatly appreciated. That's a real one. You and your boys.
All right, people. So, today's topic of the day. Brent, there's a video that I want you to play. And it made me think of this, because, big up Ed, by the way, big up Ed. Doing a lot of good work in the Discord. And
big up Ed.
If you haven't already, sign up to the Discord. A lot of conversations happen.
Ed is a real one, man.
Yeah, man, big up Ed.
Like, I really love Ed, you know. I just have a fondness for him. It's just so lovely.
Yeah, big up
That's
Ed.
a real
man.
one. Big up Ed every time.
But I mentioned Ed because yesterday he put in a petition, a link to a petition, basically saying, listen, if you want to prevent the government from allowing schools to fine you, I should say, for taking your kids out of school during term time, up to, I think, maybe 10 days or something, sign a petition. And then that basically linked me to this other topic, which is basically about a petition. So basically people sign this petition to basically say they want this particular topic to be discussed in Parliament. Okay. And this is the topic that we're going to hear about.
Also, sorry, sign the one Ed said, because I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, in maths, I've got friends that are teachers, right? And I look at them and I'm like, so you just don't get any discount for peak time travel?
Terrible, isn't it?
Like, you're not allowed to travel during school term. And so once school term is done, you then have to pay double the price like the rest of society that ain't teaching the kids. And also, this morning I was driving and I was thinking, why is the road so free? Because it's half term. Everybody has a kid.
Yep.
Reward the teachers, man. Because some of you ain't even raising your kids at home. Teachers are having to do it.
That's
Annoying ass kid. And the teachers have to deal with that. Big up the teachers, man. Every single teacher. Big you up. What a hard job.
It's facts. It's facts. And why are you going to sign the petition? Like the video, please.
Absolutely.
It's 32 likes, goddammit. Come on, man. Don't be stingy with the likes, goddammit. So Brent, can you play the link, please? And obviously some people may be triggered by the person who's talking. Don't be triggered. Just listen to the message.
Can we read it now?
No. Same sort of.
Trump?
No.
Boris?
Closer to home.
Oh, not you, girl. Not you.
But really, all she's doing is trying to relate this information to me. So
all she's doing is for being talking too much. Oh, look at God.
The topic to ban halal meat will take place in Parliament, having received over 100,000 signatures. So, my question to Muslims, if they ban halal meat, what will you do? Because the Quran does say you should abide by the laws of the land. So does this allow you to eat non-halal meat? Or will this be the last straw for you and you will make moves to leave the UK because you may believe or feel that the environment is increasingly anti-Muslim? And the thing that annoys me is the whole conversation around this whole let's ban halal slaughter, they never say kosher. Well, we know why that is. So, and for those who are not Muslim, do you believe that halal slaughter is very cruel? Do you think it's inhumane? Or is this just something that is to drive negativity towards the Islamic community or the Muslim community rather? Okay, so on the 9th of June,
all right.
The topic to ban.
All right, I can see already people expressing their frustration at the messenger. Forget the messenger.
Do you know what's so interesting to me? Like, we live in such an age of content, and I know that it might sound crazy because I'm here on this show. But I think we talk too much as a society. I think there's thoughts that people have, and I think I find it interesting. Like when I watch videos like that, I'm fascinated by it because I'm like, you had a thought in your like, if broadcasting exists, this was say we're back in the days of like Bebo, right? Like throwback early social media days, where we weren't doing all these things. Where I didn't know what people were doing every single hour, every single moment of the day. This is a thought she would have, and will probably like consult a neighbor or like someone in her life that she knows about, and they'll have a conversation about it, and they'd move on about it. Completely. So, because also it's like, I know you don't care. So I'm always so fascinated when I see people pick up the camera to talk about things they don't care about, but they know will bring them engagement. I think that's really what it is. Like people have conversations, people go online and ask questions, all manners of questions, from the halal meat to the 100 men versus one gorilla. Like people think things and then go online and then are like, oh my goodness, here's an insight to my brain and to my thoughts. And I wish we didn't have an insight. I wish you didn't even have those thoughts in the first place, but you do. So, well done. But I wish we didn't have to sit through your thoughts. You don't care, Lynn. May.
No, but to be fair to her though, she might not care about this, but she might care about the implications.
What's the implication?
There's just the other
What's the implication to Lynn May's fridge filled with non-halal meat?
Not necessarily for her, like with regards to food. Right?
Okay.
But just in terms of, I guess, another freedom that might be...
What other religious freedom is if it's not kosher? It's kosher
no, forget
and it's
the
halal.
Forget the food thing. Forget the food. Let's just say just something else.
Like what? Iman, because you're channeling Lynn May. Please help me understand why she might really, outside of wanting engagement, outside of using buzzwords and wanting Muslims to be in your comments, because you know that they're passionate. And I don't know what the Quran says, but you then telling people what their religion says to them when you don't have the full context. Please tell me what Lynn May...
No.
What this is the start... What this could be, possibly be... Because you know sometimes when they pass laws, we're like, it's the beginning.
Yeah.
What could this be the beginning to?
Well, to be fair, obviously I don't know Lynn May's brain in it. But I was going to ask the question of, like, is this, again, like you just said, the beginning of something else? What if they were then to try and say, you know what, we've got a reason why we want to ban this, so we're going to try and do this, and it's an infringement on somebody else's religious belief. Let's just say, like in your church, right, do they do Holy Communion?
We do. It was communion on Sunday, actually.
Did you do it with like Ribena?
We do with grape juice.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So obviously back in the day, and maybe even in some other churches, they do alcohol, right?
Yeah.
I
grew up on alcohol.
There you go. Let's just say they said, you know what, we've realized that all the alcohol coming into the country, there's something, I don't know, there's just some reason why they say, listen, we're down on this. We are stopping this because we've seen how much the toll on the NHS, all of this sort of stuff. And they say, even in religious institutions, even in the church, we want to ban alcohol. Would you, I know obviously now we could just go to grape, Ribena, grape juice or whatever it may be, right? Not Pink Lady. Well, Schler and, you know, the
but I don't want my communion wine sparkling in my mouth. I don't, because it's just like a little glass, like it's not even a shot. Do you know? I find funny though when we do communion, we have like individual like little glasses, like little thimble, them little glasses. Yeah. But I always find it funny how everyone backs like I'm like, it's not tequila, you heathen. Everyone's always like, put your head still and just tilt the glass a little bit. It's not that much. It's not hardly a glass. It's not a flipping champagne flute.
It shows you how much they want to drink.
No, it doesn't. It does not show that. No, but the thing is though, like even with that, they would just be. I think it's different for Christians when it comes to that communion because it's about the symbolism. Yeah, it's not exactly what you're drinking because the bread. Some places that they do like little wafers. Yeah. We have. I'm such a foodie. Every time I have communion, I'm like, oh, I could do with a good slice of this bread. Because they're cut into like little cubes. I'm like, I could do with. Oh no, this roasted, bit of chili drizzled all over it, nice croutons for salad.
See?
But I'm greedy. I'm just a foodie. I'm just a big bag.
Everybody in there is the same.
But I think it's a symbolism. Do you get what I mean? It's like, I think it'd be different if the Bible told us that we could only eat swine and the government decided that, no, we don't like the way swine live. So ban swine. Do you get what I mean?
Okay, that's a good example.
But that's not reality though.
No,
But for the halal meat, that is reality. I don't know why that's the problem. Like, I don't know why. Are they trying to ban it or not ban it?
Well, they're going to talk about it.
They're going to talk about banning it.
Yeah. Because a petition was made, you know what I mean? I think when you hit 100,000 signees, then they'll talk about it. Obviously, it's not going to get
I don't think they will because
Never.
I think it's started from a racist. You know, if it's just from people that think that Muslim is a race, then white people that think Muslim is a race, like, oh, where you from, Islam? That's they're those kind of people. Because how does halal meat inconvenience anybody? They don't. That it's not as if all the meat in the land is halal and you have to buy halal meat.
Exactly.
It doesn't inconvenience anybody. It's not an inconvenience for anybody.
What if though? Because every now and again, we've seen it in history, over the past, 100, 200 years, you get different groups who are able to hold more power than they previously had. So everyone has more power at different times. You know what I mean? Everyone has their back and forth somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's just say we get to a stage where the what's them people called? The animal rights people.
Yeah.
Are so, I don't know, they get the power from everyone. Yeah. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, cool. We don't want people to be killing their animals. Period.
Yeah.
Right, in a particular way. You can only have the animal if, for example, it dies naturally or whatever, then you can eat it, whatever it may be. I don't know, I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
What about something like that?
Yeah, but it's still in relation to the halal. Because isn't halal that they just pray over the meat?
Yeah, and how they cut it.
I did okay.
And they drain the blood.
Yeah, exactly.
What does that do to the meat that's different?
I-
And how is that different to any of the meat?
And correct me if I'm wrong, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
In halal shops, you're not going to be able to get pork.
Yeah, what, sorry?
Pork. Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to. Well, you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but just the British butchers everywhere you turn. Go to them. They've got the Cumberland sausages.
Yeah, but, you know, they might be thinking, we don't want this on our high street. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. It goes down to racism.
It might be racism. It
I
might
think
just
it's
be
Islamophobia,
cultural.
mate. I think it's
definitely that.
Islamophobia.
It's definitely that.
Because I don't know how halal meat is literally inconveniencing anybody. Like, if I go to a restaurant and they only serve, you know, like when you go to like Turkish places and whatever, and they don't serve pork. They only, okay, fair. Like, it's just not that deep.
Question, just to be Emmanuel. So, obviously, it doesn't infringe on anything that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yes,
And that's why it is that you're.
I'm not
extra
Islamophobic
not-
or racist. Absolutely.
I hear that, right? But let's just say the rest of them. In fact, switch it. Every single meat restaurant that you normally go to is now a vegan restaurant.
Yeah.
Would you have an issue with it?
Of course, I don't have an issue with it. I'm not flipping vegan. That's different, though.
I know it's different, but just imagine in Chelsea, in Wimbledon, you know them white places. I don't know the rest of the white places.
Kensington.
Right, white places.
Absolutely, yeah.
All of them are just halal shops, and you can't get pork.
Then do you know what I say though? Then white people should get their money up. Why can they afford the shops there? And you know, like with white people, like certain places are like historically, like the person living in that house, their grandmother lived there, and then their great grandma, and then when you trace it down, it was a plantation kind of vibe. They're one of those things, right? Get your money up.
All right,
Like, band together.
Let me switch it. You know how their money is long.
Which people?
Emmanuel, I'm Emmanuel.
Which people though? Okay, they.
Yeah. why are you okay with? Understand? No.
I just forgot for a second.
And they look to buy all the old churches and change it into mosques. So on your high road,
Yes. It's just a mosque.
and you're hearing the call. What is the wake up morning?
Yeah. Do you know what's so crazy though? I'm the wrong person for this conversation. Do you know why? I grew up in Nigeria and you hear the call.
Yeah.
Like in Nigeria, like you hear the call all the time. That's how you know. That's how I know it's Friday.
I'm trying to get you into the mindset of
racist.
Of a white
Yeah.
He say you keep saying that, right?
Because the thing
and
is though,
that's you're saying that there's no other way to basically see this.
for me, yes, because halal meat is not like not all the meats in the world are halal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I just think it's like such a small, like yes, obviously if you go to certain areas, there might be more butchers that sell more halal meat or whatever. I understand that, but the thing is that we like it's not as if halal meat is vegan meat. It's still meat. Like, what's wrong with you buying halal meat? I'm a Christian. I'm sure I eat halal meat. Like, what's so bad about you eating halal? They didn't ask. It's not as if you eat halal meat, you must be Muslim today. Like, all it is just in the way that it's prepared by the people who own the shop or the butcher or whatever. That's it. How does that infringe on your life?
I want to see how far this goes, right?
Let's
because
go.
I'm
You're here now.
because I think I'm able to understand these racists, as you call them,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's, let me nip it in the bud before it gets to a point where everybody's now understanding my racist outbursts,
But I want to
right?
understand your racist though.
No, I'm Emmanuel, right?
This guy.
So let's just say,
You're so funny because you're in black today. He's in a nice mint top.
let's just say these halal shops dips the chicken in the blood of Jesus Christ.
The grape juice.
No,
Where's the black come from?
let's say they
Please.
symbolically.
There's no, you can't symbolize with actual blood.
This guy.
What? Who the hell's blood is that?
Oh man.
A dipped chicken in the
Let's
cow's
just
blood.
say it's their religious practice to basically bless the chicken
Yeah.
with sprinkles of the blood of Jesus Christ,
Okay.
right? And you know that this is their practice because this is what you've learnt. Miles told you that. Do you realize that this is the practice, right?
Yeah.
It's not just saying halal and it's a type of meat that
Yeah.
is exotic, right?
Yeah.
The process,
It's like a sacrifice to it.
yeah, it's a little extra sprinkle.
Yeah, fair.
Would that stop you as a Christian going into that shop to patronize them?
I feel like if I found out that the meat is just like they're doing incantations over it and all sorts like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely would, because I feel like I'm eating sacrifice to another god.
Export that, extrapolate that, and then the racists, just picture the racists thinking there's all sorts of madness happening, right? That they don't even subscribe to, they don't understand, but whatever it is, they don't like it.
I hear you, but again, the reality is that that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
If that was what was happening, absolutely.
Yeah, but so for your
even then-
argument is that the truth of the matter actually matters, right?
Yes.
All right. So you know that with racist people, their brains conjure up a whole set of different
absolutely.
things, right?
They probably think they're dancing Muslims around meat, around cows.
And obviously, this is just another offset or branch of the whole immigration.
Absolutely.
issue.
They're taking our jobs kind of vibe.
Yeah. Question, Emmanuel. Do you believe that some of their concerns about immigration it's on the nose, like it's valid, it's warranted?
I feel like everyone has a right to be concerned about certain things if they don't want their culture to be watered down or changed in some capacity. If they feel as though there's too many people coming in that are against something or threatening the way they do a particular thing and they want to hold on to it, they have their right to. But I think you're able to see where that mindset is coming from when you interrogate them a bit further. You know what I'm saying? If it's coming from a place of just racism or it's coming from a place of fear, whatever it may be, then you're able to say, okay, cool. This is the reason why you're doing this, as opposed to it being really the fact that you just want to hold on to the tradition. There's nothing wrong with holding on to tradition to me. You know what I'm saying? I think I would be a particular way if I saw an influx of people coming back home in my particular town or village and trying to change things up. You know what I'm saying? I know I would be that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against people feeling that particular way at all. But again, you can kind of tell the intent and the motivation behind certain things when you ask people questions a bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things.
Sorry, can I just clarify? I'm not saying I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not saying that it's racist that people don't want to eat halal meat. I'm saying that it was racist to start the petition. Like, I don't know what will make you start a petition if it's not Islamophobia or some form of racism, because you could just not buy halal meat. Like, there's no. I think if it was a thing where like the nation's like, do you know what? Actually, out of respect to our Muslim brothers, everyone must eat halal meat, must buy halal meat. Then fair enough, I can understand the petition, but it's not. Because you have the option of not. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Demi says, funny, I was actually responding to Demi's comment. Demi says, would you eat food specifically blessed by Babalawo? Absolutely not.
Can I ask?
But that's the same thing then.
Okay, so Emmanuel.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does what mean? What David just said?
Let's just say, yeah. How does your uncle bless food?
How does your who?
It could just be like.
You got Babalawo uncle.
Don't listen to it.
So what they-
You know this guy. This guy. Anyway, yeah.
Why are you so proud of yourself laughing like that?
It was just for him, but I think he got it. So that's like, all right.
I think
He's
why
still
I
sharp.
missed
He's still
a
sharp.
lot.
I didn't know if the shirt would change.
Impossible.
So red. Blood red.
But yeah, they're like, I think in every walk of life, yeah, people, instead of making it more general, when they're doing when they killing these animals, right, in a halal fashion, a prayer would be recited. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they'll kill it obviously in a particular way. So this is the reason why Demi's saying this. Like, if there was babalawos who were selling meat or whatever, or not even babalawos, just people who practiced or practiced some sort of other belief system.
I mean, if they make noise,
Babalawo butcher, just
bro,
I'm good here, BB.
If
I'm gonna see if it tastes different.
BB, the thing is, like, if I know that someone practices this and this is what they're doing and whatever, like, because in my mind, in Babalawo's shop, based on what the things are, and I think maybe I'm just ruined by Nollywood. Maybe I'm just ruined by Nollywood. And some of you might say, what's it when you're anti-African spirituality again? Is that racist too, or what is that?
No, that's what you just said.
I'm anti-racist, anti-African. Don't care. But anyway, I just wouldn't. I just would. I think for me, I just see the halal thing as harmless because is that like a video? Is that halal butchers on TikTok doing videos of them praying over the meat? You know everyone's on TikTok these days. So. I would love to see what the prayer looks like because everyone making it seem as if like it's like serious prayer.
No, it's not nothing like that. It's
how like in the cafe they're like this.
Yeah.
Actually, this
then keep it moving.
In my mind, that's what.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cows and packs of meat you're doing that over.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So my mind,
like
it's not. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's like. It's not a like. We come to thee.
No.
With this piece of meat, kind of thing. Like it's not.
It's more so just like I
feel like it's more detention. Like
we're starting this prayer in your name. We're starting this act in your name, sort of thing.
Yeah, and then continue. Cut the cows up and stuff. Yeah, like that. Also, my granddad was Muslim. So when I lived in Nigeria, obviously my granddad would fast and everything, and we would, as you know, like how they celebrated back home, kill cows and share the meat and blah blah blah.
Yep.
I was stealing their meats even. It was so nice. So we in halal then. Yeah. I just don't think it's that deep.
Would you question my Christianity, Esther, if
you went to BB?
I have no problem eating from because
you went to BB.
If I enter anybody's house, I don't know how you prepared anything. I don't know where you rubbed it. You might have rubbed it on your nanny.
Oh gosh.
Extra seasoning.
What?
Mum sinners?
I thought I heard something else. Then I thought I heard something else. Then I went with the nicer version. And then it went worse.
It just went where you've,
Oh,
what happened in Sinners? Who was rubbing me and the nanny?
No. But he was like, yeah, don't watch that. I want to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, some men like a season.
Just give it to me.
They like.
Don't watch anything.
They like to see what your day's been like.
Fernand just said something, Emmanuel. I think you may have missed it, and I don't think you need to miss it.
Sorry, just to go back to what you said there quickly. Sorry, Brent. Do you know what's so interesting? Because I actually just thought, but I think it was Paul that said it. Remember when the Christians were, I can't remember what it was they were doing, what the context was around that time anyway. But he was basically saying, like, if you go somewhere and they offer you food, eat it. Like, appreciate the hospitality. But he was like, however, though, if they offer it to gods and whatever, and you feel, and you're like, do you know what? Nope. Then nope. But essentially, as a Christian, like nothing, like, you know who you're serving, you know, I mean, it's not that, anyway. I don't think I'll judge, but I think it's weird that you would know that it's a BB. Like, in my mind, that the BB shop, that the BBs, right? Let's go, I like BBs now. BBs would like have like a, and people might say this anti-African, again, don't care. It would have like a certain like darkness to it. I've never seen Babalawo's dressed in rainbow colours. I'll tell you that for free. they got a certain uniform that I've seen them wear. So in my mind, it would give that kind of energy.
I've only seen them in
incense burning and stuff like that. You seen them what?
I've only seen them in colourful gear.
What's colourful there? Red don't count.
Oh, you see them in red.
I see them in red, white and black.
Ooh, 39 colours.
There you go.
You said it, not me. Finance says debating about banning halal meat, but nada about Israel. Make it make sense. Iman, my bad about Labour and Care. As rotten as Team Blue.
I think this is the
my
part I'm talking about. He slipped that in, right? Because
And he didn't have to, because he knows how we manage.
he didn't have to.
He didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to.
I think, as I said earlier, he'd probably have a heart attack about me telling that guy to turn and his friends to touch grass. Apologise.
No, but I mean, big up for that.
Actually, no, I don't. Still touch grass. Yeah. But to be fair, they're all like that, though. Like, there's no... Anyway, not gonna say no team. No political party necessarily, like... But they're all silly, man. They're all just silly, man. Don't matter what country you come from. Whether it's Switzerland, whether it's UK, whether it's America, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's flipping Liberia. It's same people.
Yeah,
Same with the police is the same. Politicians are the same as well.
this is it. But yeah,
That is the waste of it. Fernand's right, though. Because honestly, what do you mean you're going in there to debate about banning halal?
Yeah, this is
Halal
it.
meat.
This is it.
Oh, waste everyone's time. Like, don't be silly. This is what happens in a country where people go ahead and write. Imagine me writing that in me telling Tinubu and his little friends.
Imagine.
They might even arrest me for wasting their time reading the letter. How much more?
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
Damn shame indeed.
But yeah, obviously we know like the government would never ban halal meat.
They can't.
It
They can't.
wouldn't- it wouldn't
They'll be
make
sorry.
any
They'll be
sense.
so sorry.
100%. 100%. But I guess it was just the question of, do you feel like this could be the beginning of the end in terms of certain things that you care about, the government feeling they have jurisdiction to govern the affairs of your own life? Do you get what I'm saying?
But you know what it is? I think with human beings, though, like, we're also diverse and have different, like, morals, values, interests, whatever, that at some point, in one way or another, all our values are being infringed on. Do you get what I mean? Like, in different ways. I'm sure we can all think of examples in ways where we don't agree with, like, certain laws the government has passed or certain things that they're looking to do. I tell you guys every single day, I don't agree with the Silvertown and flipping. Did you know that one of the lanes anyway is a bus lane?
Oh, serious?
It's a 1-lane tunnel. Anyway, it's one of the things I don't agree with. I don't agree with the way them kids are being taught in school these days. I'm gonna have to homeschool my child. And you guys know how I feel about helping my kids with homework. So what an inconvenience that's gonna be. There's a lot as a people, as a nation. It's always gonna be things that we don't necessarily agree with. And I think that's why I say all the political parties and whatever, it doesn't matter who's in leadership, they're all the same, because ultimately I don't think anyone really cares about the people. But then how do you care about the people when the people have different diverse needs? Because imagine caring about the people, then you care about the white people or the racists or the Islamophobics that don't want halal meat. But then how would you care about the Muslims that do want halal meat? How would you care about the Christians that are indifferent to the matter? Do you get what I mean? Like, I think it's difficult to take everyone's needs in general into consideration. So,
And this is precisely why they would never ban it. Like, you have to
can't.
find some sort of
middle ground.
yeah,
And the
you know
middle
what I
ground already exists. So you don't have to go to a halal meat shop.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I'm sure with like the number of, I mean, I don't know the stats, but the number of halal meat shops or butchers, and none, they might just be neck for neck. Because even when you go to Tesco and stuff, they just got a little fridge for halal meat. And even then, do you get what I mean? But then with the other types of meats, it's a whole aisle or 2 or 3. And it's from different butchers and whatever else. The halal meat I see Tesco always has the same white sticker on it. So I'm not sure if it's from the same manufacturer. But it's not that big a deal. Like, I can see people wanting to protest if they say they're going to give them a whole aisle now. But even then, don't step into the aisle then. Just don't go in the aisle.
Exactly.
And if you don't need anything from the aisle, you have the business in the aisle. Don't go in there.
Question.
Human beings, draining.
Emmanuel, do you see this as reverse colonization, possibly?
What exactly? Them debating it, them talking about it, them...
Let's just say if it got passed, then
Say what?
let's just say if it got passed. I'm thinking, let's just say a group of white people came to Yoruba land and they had influence enough to start changing the restaurants and takeaways to more white, bland
Yeah.
flavors, and
Yeah.
it continued going. And the people of the land, first of all, said, "No, this is cultural tolerance."
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where you have to travel 10 miles to get authenticity, and only a couple, doors down to get Little Britain. Would it be an issue then?
It would, for me personally, it would be an issue, but I tend to see things on a cultural basis, innit? If we as a people have chosen this as our new way of life, then we've chosen it. You know what I'm saying? Then we've said, okay, cool, we've forsaken the past, or at least those things that we hold dear, for this better thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But that would never happen. Because so many things go into culture. You know what I mean? It's not just something that just comes from the sky, innit? It's a response to your surroundings and things that you go through. Maybe the foods that's natural to the land that you inhabit and things of that nature, innit? So to maybe go and get the things that go into a shepherd's pie and fish and chips and all that, you know what I mean? The cod and all that sort of stuff is a lot more expensive than it would be to get cocoa and yam and all these things that are natural to our land. You know what I'm saying? It would be far more harder to bring that home than it would be for us to just continue living the way we live. The difference is with England is they don't grow nothing that people want anyway. All the spices you get from India or other parts of the world, you know what I'm saying? The food, I don't know, just bare different things you get from different parts of the world. So it's heavily reliant upon these particular things, isn't it? So it's a bit different for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But Von mentioned something. He said the mayor announced Eid on the Square is back this year in Trafalgar Square. And obviously this will annoy a lot of people. And I think he's 100% right, man.
What's Eid on the Square?
Eid on the Square is basically it's an annual festival that marks Eid. And basically just bringing London together. It's basically going to be on Sunday, the 8th of June.
Oh, I thought we'd go bank holiday or something.
No. It's going to be between 12 and 6. It's going to be free. Just go there, Trafalgar Square. And yeah, man, it's delivered in partnership with the Eid Community Advisory Group. The event is a true celebration of the city's diversity and shared values. So it's a free festival. It's going to be Trafalgar Square. And basically just to mark Eid, man, and bring Londoners together. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's what everyone's talking about.
Okay,
So yes. But yeah, I think we've kind of touched on everything, man.
Yep.
We can move on. Let's get into the headlines, Brent.
Someone just sent me something.
Okay, hold on a second.
What did you send in?
There might be an encore.
Is it the praying of the meats?
It's it says beautiful Adan called to prayer at London's Tower Bridge.
Wow. What did they say? It's beautiful to do it.
Yeah,
Or it would be.
It's like a video.
Wow.
Hold up.
All up.
Trigger warning if anybody gets offended by this. I don't know what is on this video.
They're done.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
That's beautiful. That will rattle the locals, mate.
Completely.
London
Completely.
Bridge as well. That will rattle.
They're like fists fuming. I can't imagine how racist.
I never heard that in Green Street, but
What you say? You remember
I
hearing
don't
it?
even hear that.
Did you say you remember hearing it?
No, I don't even
Oh.
hear that. Like, for me, I'm not early, up in the morning early. My father used to teach around Green Lane area, you understand? But I never used to travel to school with him like that. But
I know
that will
racists have
rattle
a hard
them.
time, man. It must be very hard being racist.
That will rattle them.
It's not as fun as I guess some people think it looks.
Because they really hold up London Bridge as one of their iconic landmarks, isn't it?
Bro.
100%.
Anyway,
Towbridge.
Towbridge.
Yeah.
Towbridge.
But yes, that would be something, man. It's just,
Yep,
yeah.
that's what happens when you ask people to come to the country and help you guys build it. So
You know what I'm saying? And also when you go to their land and start
And
causing
still-
disruption.
there you go.
You know what I mean?
You be alright.
Let's have that
You're
done.
tough, right?
You know what I mean? Don't mind them. But yes, let's go
Right.
into our headlines, Brent.
You ain't certified.
All right, people. Oh, and just as a little side note, the first person to do that down was a black man from Ethiopia. Big up Bilal. Anyway.
Bilal.
Bilal, yes.
Big up him.
A black man. All right, people. Trigger warning on this next headline. And this pretty much goes into what Fernand was mentioned about Israel. So, again, trigger warning. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced that Hamas Gaza chief Mohammed Sinwar has been eliminated. Netanyahu appeared to confirm Sinwar had been killed in a recent airstrike in the Gaza Strip as he read out a list of Hamas leaders killed in recent strikes before the Israeli parliament. Mohammed Sinwar is believed to be Hamas's top military leader in Gaza after his brother Yahya Sinwar, one of the masterminds of the October 7, 2023 attack, was killed by Israeli forces last year. The Hamas chief was elevated to the top ranks of the Palestinian militant group following his brother's death. Israel has tried to assassinate Mohammed Sinwar multiple times over the past decades, and earlier this month, Israeli media reported that a strike on a hospital in Khan Yunis had been targeting Sinwar. Early on Wednesday, Gaza's health ministry said at least one Palestinian was killed and 48 were wounded when gunshots were fired on a crowd that overran a new aid distribution site in the war-battered enclave that an Israeli and US-backed foundation set up. It was not immediately clear who opened fire, Israeli forces, private contractors, or others. Next headline, and Benedict Cumberbatch, Annie Lennox, Gary Lineker, Dua Lipa, is it Lipa or Lipa?
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, have joined more than 300 public figures calling on the Prime Minister to end the UK's complicity in Gaza. In an open letter addressed to Sir Keir Starmer, seen exclusively by Sky News, famous names from the world of media and the arts have joined leading doctors, academics, campaign groups, and a Holocaust survivor. They have accused the British government of continuing to allow UK arms to be sold in Israel and to providing licenses for arms. The letter, which is led by refugee charity Choose Love, demands an immediate suspension of all UK arms sales to Israel, immediate humanitarian access for experienced aid agencies, and urges the government to commit to brokering a ceasefire for the children of Gaza. Among the famous people to put their names to the letter are TV stars Dermot O'Leary, Gary Lineker, Chicken Shop Dates creator Amelia
De Moldenberg.
There you go. And presenter Laura Whitmore. The letter warns Sir Keir Starmer, you can't call it intolerable, yet do nothing. The world is watching and history will not forget. The children of Gaza cannot wait another minute. Prime Minister, what will you choose? Complicity in war crimes or the courage to act? Let's hope this does something, man. It's basically going to be the celebrities versus, the Israeli Zionists maniacs.
Demi says, wait, when I was speaking about African practice as a Christian, they told me you can't serve two masters. I mean, you're going pretty hard though. Now Christians are happy to eat meat that forms part of a religious practice. And to you, I say, 1 Corinthians, I had to look this up for you. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 1 to 13. Have a read. Have a gander.
What's the one? 1 Corinthians
8, chapter 1 to 13. So that's when Paul was talking about eating meat that's sacrificed to idols. Because for him, from a Christian point of view, they're not real gods. That's not the God that he serves. He doesn't acknowledge those gods, so it's not going to kill you, essentially. But he also says that you should be mindful of somebody else. If somebody else does feel like it is a sin and is going to confuse their faith, then stand with your brother and don't eat it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That is on point. I'm reading it here. That's exactly what Paul says.
So
okay.
There you go, Demi. That's the
He
answer.
said prioritize love and unity over the exercise of their personal freedom.
There
Maybe
you go.
that's what he's also saying. As in
Demi.
prioritize love and unity over the exercise of their personal freedoms.
Who's this?
Even if it means foregoing their own desires. As in when Debbie was saying, let's embrace our African spirituality as well as our Christianity.
Well, it wasn't even saying
but that's
embrace
different
it.
though,
He was
like,
just saying
embracing
don't
is crazy.
demonize it. You know what I mean? He wasn't
Yeah.
saying embrace it. He said don't demonize. Don't call it this. And act as though this is the scum of the earth and get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's so interesting, bro, because for me, I demonize everything. Like, I would understand that if I was into Greek mythology and the retrograde. What's that thing that's always circulating sometimes and makes the girls move?
Life of Body is so silly. Look.
The Demi fight for his right to eat.
Life of Body needs to come
No,
to
I
the
need to
studio,
read it. I
man.
need to read
Hey,
it. It says Demi fighting for his right to eat gift dodo at the shrine.
Look at his fingers and all sorts. I mean.
How have we never met Black and Bodge, please?
I don't know.
Do you want us to do like a secret taping or something? Because he's
Damn it.
giving like undercover, like I can't be seen kind of situation. That's so funny.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Fair.
All right, people. Our last headline: a cash-strapped London council has said it is considering legal action against the Home Office over the skyrocketing cost of supporting asylum seekers without additional government funding. Hillingdon, which has had to face £4 million of cuts this year, warned its finances are being stretched to unsustainable levels by the number of migrants being placed in the borough. An average of 3,000 asylum seekers are housed in the borough at any one time, more than double the national threshold. The vast majority has been put up in hotels near Heathrow Airport by the Home Office. But as the government seeks to reduce the asylum backlog, the local authority is seeing hundreds evicted onto the streets every month. The council then has to take responsibility for offering assistance or helping with finding suitable alternative accommodation. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The whole system's failing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into Where the Road. Do you know how funny that is?
Especially if Izzy doesn't close his mouth when he's eating. So he just
What? Gizzard are slaps as well, you know. But I find the ratio of gizzard to dodo just doesn't, sometimes it just doesn't encourage me.
What is dodo?
Plantain.
Plantain.
Ah,
It's just
okay.
is a Yoruba word for plantain.
Yeah.
Well,
It's been a while.
fried
for me.
plantain.
Mm,
You don't eat plantain?
No,
Oh, you
no,
mean the gizzard?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Gizzard slaps,
I used
man.
to-
You gave it up
Peppered gizzard? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he gave it up. Of course
for,
he had
for
to. He's
flipping
vegan.
beans and pulses.
Yeah, man, for life. For life.
You're not a Yoruba man.
Please.
Look, he is capped there. I can't take Nigerian. Like, I can't. I never brought it up, but since we're here now,
Since we're here.
I due to Where the Road at this point. I just can't. I personally can't take. I don't take you guys seriously, but I just think, wow, what life you've chosen. Because I'm just like, wow, no suya.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear suya. What's it called? Suya flipping
Yes,
tofu. Nope.
it's possible.
Or suya to Satan. Nope. No.
That's a good business
Suya
idea.
cauliflower, disgusting.
Listen.
Ban you from ever buying that seasoning. Don't want to hear it. I just knew where you were going with that. But I mean, it's nice. I like that discipline. I can't, like, that's like someone, my worst thing is finding out like I'm allergic to bread. Not because of Kingsman flipping Hovis.
Yeah.
Because of Nigerian akeke bread. I would be distraught. I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine being
not had-
intolerant to
I've
stuff.
not had that giggle bread in a long time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I should bring you one actually.
There's certain things, if I start, the whole thing will
Yeah,
be finished.
yeah. That's why my brother doesn't eat bread.
See?
But you know, like the bakery, do you know? Check out Angel's Bakery. They've been holding it down in this country when it comes to their gege bread, right?
Yeah.
Because it's fresh. So when you get it, it's like hot and just like, my gosh, bread is good. Bread is good. Anyway, Ekinsu and Curtis broke up. I didn't even know Ekinsu and Curtis were together. And Ekinsu is the one that's
Oh, the
calling
Turkish,
another. And then, and the
Love Island.
yeah, that girl. And then Curtis is the one who hated the guts out of the girl that he was coupled up with in the house, Amy. And then when she said, I just want you to stay in bed with me in the morning and cuddle me, he said, but what if I just want to be the guy who wakes up every morning and makes a cup of coffee for everybody? Oh.
Did he want any of the girls?
So this is my thing. And I didn't want to be that girl. I didn't want to shame, because I'm not shaming anything like that. But I thought I just didn't know that. I'm sure I read a headline somewhere though that I think I did. But like, I don't know if this is rude to say or this is homophobic, but dating Curtis to me is like me dating Ryan Clark. That white guy from Essex. Or who's the black version? Who's the black version of Ryan Clark? It's like me dating Saucy Santana.
Serious?
Okay, no, making that actually Saucy is different.
Grub?
Saucy wears flipping lace fronts. That's actually different. And has BBL and everything. Sorry, forget that. Like Frank Ocean or something. Frank Ocean.
He has a BBL.
I think he's got BBL. His bum's a bit big. But he's got antibody though.
Tired of this world.
He's got like a proper, like, he's got a proper antibody.
Oh my God.
Belly and bum are competing for size. Like, it's just... And he wears that corset. Anyway, just forget it. Just forget it. Curtis and Amy broke... Not Curtis, Ekisu and Curtis broke up. I flipping didn't know they were together. Apparently they want to show together and whatnot. But anyway, she said, I wanted to share that I have decided to go our separate... So now I've decided. I wanted to share that Curtis and I have decided to go our separate ways. It's been a really tough decision. It's not that hard. He looks annoying as heck as well. He looks like a nice friend to have. But then again, people are attracted to all sorts, so what's mine? It's been a really tough decision, but one made with a lot of love and respect for one another. He's an incredible person, and I always cherish the memories we made both in and out of the villa. Thank you all so much for the love and support over the past few months. We're both focusing on navigating this transition and would really appreciate privacy during this time. Love always, I can see. You can't ask for privacy in a relationship that's been together. Oh, sorry. You can't arrange privacy for a relationship that's, I think it's been like 3 months or something like that. And I'm not, dissing the relationship. Even if you've been together one day, you wear that one day with a big badge of honor. You wear like it's the best day of your life. However, girl, no one cares. No one cares. I just put it in there just for a, what's it called? Just for a bit of razzle dazzle. But don't care. Let me go on to matters I care about though. And I'm actually really happy about. Oh no, so I don't care about the next one either. I just thought maybe the hip hop fans would know. I only know this man's name because Rick Ross shouted him out. But Larry Hoover?
Oh, big up Larry Hoover, man.
He's a free man.
Come on.
He got the Trump pardon.
Who pardoned him? Say it for me again, please, Esther. All right, then.
I'm glad you took my that silence as what it was.
See what
Trump.
I'm saying?
But Trump is silencing
Can we
everybody.
vote for Trump, please?
Or Larry Hoover. What did Larry Hoover do? Why was Larry Hoover in prison? Because I'm seeing you trying to sell out Vibes Cartel's, what's it called, concert. You're all a fool of shit. I bet there's people in there that are like, oh my gosh, Chris Brown, you just draw the line at that. But here you are. Here you are at Vibes' flipping concert. Mind you though, if he's willing to come on TDA, that little girlfriend of his, or wife of his, might as well. Let's get Margs to do his Jamaican connections and whatnot. Is Vibes Jamaican?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't want to be racist. Anyway, Jay Prince was the one who shared it. And he said, thank you to President Trump and the angel from heaven, Elise Marie Free, for allowing the creator to work through you. What did Larry Hoover do? Before we know whether the creator's really working through.
Allegedly.
In like murder or something like that.
It's all alleged.
Okay, allegedly what?
I don't remember the thing properly, but I think what they're saying is he was obviously the leader of the GDs. At the time, Gangster Disciples. But
Gangster Disciples?
growth and development.
No wonder
you know
he's
what I'm
out
saying?
here talking about the creator work through you. To be fair,
Growth and
people have
development.
different creators.
Yes.
They think they have different creators. So he might not be talking about my creator.
But he's moved on. Remember, it's growth and
Because
development.
he's been locked up.
That's not true. He was trying
me.
to arrange the people to be a force for good.
It's
You know
like
what
when
I'm saying?
people say that they it's like when people try to get in on like, oh my gosh, I've been celibate for so long. No, no one wants to have sex with you.
Yes, that's
You've been
different.
it's not a conscious thing that you did. You just happen to fall into celibacy or fall into abstinence. So that's like, so with Mr. Larry Hoover,
Yes.
Mr. Hoover, I obviously don't know the man. I only know him because what's it called? Rick Ross said he thinks it's him.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know this man. Like when I saw him, I said, I know a lyric. But forget him. Just people in jail in general. That's why the reoffending rates or stats are line up the way they are. Because if you don't have the opportunity to reoffend, you're not going to reoffend. That doesn't mean you're a renewed person. Doesn't mean necessarily you're still a degenerate.
But
But
with certain people though, they do change. Yeah, granted, you are right. Sometimes being in prison does make somebody change and do certain things, right? Because they don't have I guess the temptations and having to live a particular life outside. And yes, in the beginning, I believe he did start it was like a street gang, but he did want it to grow into something that was more productive. And to be fair, a lot of the gangs do start off that way, innit? But then obviously along the way, you know what I'm saying, when it becomes less controllable and things of that nature, it kind of, you know, disintegrates into something else. But it's been such a long time since I looked at a documentary or read up on Larry Hoover, innit? So my memory's a bit sketchy. But I believe they put him in prison because they believed he was behind ordering a particular murder. I could be wrong. I could be wrong though. But yeah. But he's a changed man. Like there's so many other people who obviously you remember like, a lot of these people were young, you know, super young when they formed these gangs and actually got locked up. They've been in that 30 years plus. You know what I'm saying? Like and they changed people. These are grandfathers now who only want to come out and do good in their community. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think they're able to? The people like that, like I'm rewatching Power, right? First I'm watching. You know when you watch a show where you haven't watched in so long, like it's very like more things jump out at you.
Yeah.
So I'm currently in the season where Tariq is acting a damn fool, but I keep having to say because I know his redemption story. I'm like, okay, I can stomach it. And Angela just being a piece of shit and whatnot. But it's one of those things that like, can people really, if you're part of a gang or whatever, can you really ever truly leave? Especially if that's all you know, like, because it's like when people go to prison and whatever, and then they come out, and now they've got a prison record.
Yeah.
And so that prevents them from getting hired and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's more likely they're going to go back to what it was that got them jailed to make money because no one else giving them a chance to do that. So I see that. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it actually possible then for you to come out? I don't know if the Gangster Disciples have carried on.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a legacy now.
It's different though. Like I've even heard people say, listen, if he comes out, he wouldn't even have the same control over these guys because it's a lot of young people.
Are they still doing
It's in Chicago. So basically, exactly.
where Justice
for
Smollett got allegedly,
Exactly. Or
where he got himself.
It's a lot of a lot of the killings that you're hearing about in Chicago and stuff. Some
So
of
that's
them are
Gangster Disciples?
GDs, some of them are GDs, and some of them rival gangs or whatever it may be, innit? So and stuff like that.
How
But
long has it been away for?
I don't know, you know. It
Must have been all my life,
Must be
Carl.
like 30 years or something.
Yeah, I ain't even 30 yet. It's crazy, literally.
Something like that. Like, I can't remember too
That's
tough.
crazy though. Like, how do you navigate life when you've been in prison that long?
Look,
So much has changed.
Mav 4K just said he's 74. He's an old man now. And these are people that would have been locked up for. In fact, let me
74 years old coming out of jail.
let me Google it quickly.
You'd be so confused. I don't even know where to start. Damn.
Man was serving 6 life sentences, you know.
6?
Yeah. He was previously sentenced to 150 to 200 years.
Larry?
For a 1973 murder. So.
Who did he kill? The president? Absolutely. Yeah, to be fair, actually, I think that's what lives should get anyway, because I think people get shorter time for certain crimes, but that's interesting.
This is crazy.
Oh, that's a treat and a half then, boy. Well, like who was about to be outside? And I'm sure all these rappers that don't know much about anything will bring him on stage to nothing. What does he do? Does he sing or is he just a gang leader? Or was a gang leader?
Yeah, it wasn't like these people are above hip hop and all that. Plus, it's before hip hop and that.
Oh.
Anyway, so let's.
So there's no talent?
No, his talent was in organizing. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys are proper intelligent people.
Saying organizing is funny when he was in there for murder. It's hilarious.
No, but remember, some of these guys were framed. You had informers, and sometimes, of course, they were just engaging in gang activity as well, innit? Because it's just the life of their environment and stuff like that, innit?
I wonder who created the first gang. Like, I wonder who the first gang member was ever in life.
Depends how you define a gang.
Where 2 or 3 more gathered.
Jesus Christ.
It might be Paul. I was joking.
Y'all are just I'm glad I'm on this side of the room. Like, Lord is just that side. And yes, I will snitch to Jesus. It's just that side, Lord. Anyway, he's out and whatever. But on to more positive things I'm really happy about. Cassie and her husband have welcomed their 3rd baby.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
So congratulations to Cassie. I'm so happy for her. So as we all know, Cassie's been pregnant and they're expecting a baby boy, which is so lovely. They're just so buff, you know. Their kids are gorgeous. Look at that.
Who's that?
Cassie and her husband.
Is that the husband?
Yes, the husband. Alex fine. And indeed, he's a fine man.
Is he is he Caucasian? For some reason, I thought her husband was like a Latino, sort of Spanish guy.
He doesn't look white.
Okay.
Like, doesn't like pure white. Anyway, big up them. Congratulations to them. They welcomed their third child and they had a baby on yesterday, which is absolutely amazing. So congratulations to them. Also, really, really good news. Warmed my heart and is just amazing. So Love is Blind. Did you ever watch the first season of Love is Blind?
I don't know.
Do you remember the black girl, Lauren? She was with the white guy.
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes, I believe
They're
so.
still together. They've been together. I think it's nearly 10 years now, actually, which is crazy.
10?
I think so,
Wow.
you know. Maybe not 10. Maybe like 5. Give or take. Carry the one, whatever else. Anyway, they're expecting their first baby. I'm so happy for them. Like, and you know, sometimes just give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anybody.
Good,
That's where Christy shaking somewhere, but sometimes give it a chance. Because I remember when she matched up with this guy, she said, "Oh, he's a white man." She's like, "I've never dated a white guy, and I just don't think like this is my kind of flavor, kind of thing." And look at them; they're still the most legitimate couple out of Love Is Blind. They've been together through so much, and they had the most amazing rollout because they've been wanting to have a baby. They've actually been trying. I think they've had like some situations happen. Like, it's been very difficult for them, like very, very difficult. So now they finally announced it, and it was a lovely announcement as well. Like, it was so, I think for everything that they've been through, it was a beautiful way to announce it. And she included her dad. Her dad sadly passed away on Christmas Day last year, and she was so close to her dad. Like, she was a daddy's girl. And yeah, and I think they're having a boy. I don't know if I'm making that up because Cassie had a boy, but I don't know. But I'm just so happy for them. Like, I think it's just, I love when people who really, really want to have children and are going to be really amazing parents get to have children. It's just beautiful. So yeah, man. So they shared it on their Instagram. It's like a whole movie of it. It's really beautiful. And then they said that the moment has changed, or she said, the moment that changed everything. She said, after 4 years of prayers, patience, and a whole lot of love, seeing the word pregnant on our clear blue test made it real. Now we finally get to share this joy with all of you. I'm so happy, man. Like, they're just so adorable and just so cute. Let me show you them. There they are. Just so cute. So sweet. And so I'm just so happy for them. Do you know how amazing it is that if she had never gone on the show, she would never met him? Love it. There's a whole thing on TikTok about like the butterfly effect and how like you just making one choice or something changes like just your life in general. It's amazing, man, the way the world works. But anyway, congratulations to Lauren and Cameron. Wishing us safe and healthy delivery by the grace of God. And yeah, man, I told you guys, I'm in the mood for positivity today. So that's it. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. There isn't too much to talk about today. Just wanted to mention that Rachel Reeves, man, she's outlined a plan, or is in the process of doing so, for £25 billion pension mega funds. People also was getting onto her because they feel as though she's about to go and betray the farmers again with an adjustment to the deal that she basically came up with. I believe this was at the beginning. Yeah, this would have been sometime last year in July when they were first talking about the tax inheritance for farmers. So that's basically one of the main things that's in the news. The government basically has fleshed out the plans, right? They want to reform the UK pension industry, and this includes the creation of a £25 billion mega fund, which will be instructed to make a portion of its investments locally to help fuel the economic growth. Which reminds me of another thing that I was hearing rumblings about with regards to cash ISAs and stuff. So I believe now we have like 20k ISA limit, right? Where you won't be taxed on that amount of money. But what the government is proposing, or at least this is what I'm hearing, is that what they want to say is a portion of that 20k, I believe it was something like 75% of it, I believe, will have to be invested in stocks and shares, basically, and the other 5, as in, of the 20K will be as it is now, basically as a cash ISA, because what they're saying is they want people to basically be helping to stimulate the economy. Your money, which is not being taxed, should be put into actual businesses and stuff like that to help, boost the economy and things of that nature. That's something that we may need to talk about on the topic of the day, or maybe just I'll speak about a bit more detail in the People's Journal. But people are obviously against it. I'm definitely against that, to be fair. And no, what was it again? Sorry. There was a slight tweak to it. It was something that made me say, no, this is diabolical. I can't remember now. I need to look into it. But basically, they want to start regulating what your money can and can't do. And obviously, people are against it. And when I get more information on that, I will bring it to you guys. But that hasn't been rolled out yet. But people are definitely against it. Also wanted to mention that Elon Musk has said that he's leaving the Trump administration, man. After, helping to get him into office, but also with the whole Doge thing, the Department of Government Efficiency. He basically said, he was thanking Trump for the opportunity, basically writing on X, to help run Doge, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, he's basically saying, listen, I'm done now. My time in this particular position is done. So he wants to go and move on to other things, and I guess focus on his actual, personal businesses and things of that nature. Also, I believe we mentioned this before in the headlines, but this was just basically about the US Trade Court blocking Trump's sweeping tariffs, saying that he doesn't have the authority to make such decisions and things of that nature. A lawsuit filed by the Liberty Justice Center on behalf of small businesses basically challenged his Liberation Day tariffs, because that's what these sweeping tariffs were called, Liberation Day tariffs, and some of the other levies as well that he put on China, Mexico, and Canada. Obviously, the White House, like I mentioned earlier in the headlines, appealed the decision immediately, basically saying that there's no way in hell we're going to allow these unelected judges to be making decisions on things that affect every American, and basically just, America as a whole. And the last thing I wanted to mention is about Skittles. So, every now and again, it may come up about, what's it called, the FDA and the threshold for certain things in America, how they allow certain chemicals in the food and things of that nature. Basically, Mars, which basically owns a bunch of different companies. So whenever you're eating like Milky Way, Snickers, or whatever it may be, maybe even Kit Kat, I can't remember, right? Skittles is basically one of these companies that Mars owns. And they're basically saying that they're going to be phasing out this particular chemical that they put in the sweets. So it's what they're saying is in America, Skittles are no longer going to be made with titanium dioxide. So this is a color additive that was banned in the EU back in 2022. Why? Because of possible health risks. That's what they were saying, right? Obviously, in America, the threshold is different in it. Over there, I don't even know what they put in the food. But yeah, long story short, they're going to be cutting it out. They've disputed this entire thing anyway. They've said, listen, the stuff you're hearing is not necessarily true. But because of, I guess, the controversy around it, and also pressure from, what's that guy, RFK as well, and things of that nature, they said, you know what, we're just going to get rid of it. So they haven't necessarily commented on the reason for the change, right? Or said anything about how it's going to impact the taste and things of that nature. But they have just basically made that decision to get it out of their products. But long story short, basically what it is where is it? It's a particular. I'm trying to remember what it does. I can't remember. But long story short, yeah, it's basically one of those things that is in other things as well. So it's in paint as well. So that same thing that you find in paint, right? Cosmetics, bakery products, and all that sort of stuff is in Skittles, basically. And yeah, people are basically saying we don't want it in there because basically they use it to make the Skittles more bright, more shiny, and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, long story short, it can have possible health, defects and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal. Not much today, man.
All right, let's get into asking for a friend. Hey guys, I messaged the other day and I wanted to give clarity to Brent and Iman. For context, I was the guy who felt like my friend was groomed by her husband. For more context, my friend's husband is 5-6 years older than her. So when she was 16, he was 21, 22, or she was 17, he was 22, 23, or she was 18 and he was 23, 24. I feel really uncomfortable knowing this, and I was not asking, should I break up the relationship? I'm not stupid, but I met her 3 years ago and we are really close. I'm just asking in order to make myself feel comfortable around them because he makes me sick knowing that he took advantage of a younger girl. Should I just cut myself off from her because I know she was groomed? There's two ways by it. What would you do if you were me, if you knew your daughter or sister or female friend was taken advantage of because of her age? At a point, how comfortable would you feel around them?
Brent, you want to tackle this one?
I wasn't listening to the first part.
Okay.
Did he say that he knows that he met her when she's 15?
Yeah, so he doesn't know. He's saying it could have been 16, 17, or 18. But regardless, it's a 5-year age gap. So if she was 16, he was 21. 17, he was 22.
So he doesn't know when they met?
No, not
So
fully.
it could be later than that.
No, he's basically saying it would have been 16 to 18. You're not too sure when in that window, but it's definitely either 16, 17, or 18. But there's a 5-year age gap between them. That's basically
And
what it's
he's
saying.
asking if it is that he should
No, he doesn't want to break them up. He's just saying
stay around them.
how to feel comfortable around them.
If he's not sleeping, then he should basically remove himself.
He's not sleeping with them.
No, as in he's not sleeping well at night. 'Cause
Okay,
he said-
like if it's affecting you that much kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually feel as though he has decided to manufacture this particular sequence of age disparity. So I don't want to give this any more time than is necessary. Do you understand?
I get
I think he's looked to correct or adjust further his thing.
Based
in
on what you
order
guys
to-
said last time.
Yeah. So you're not going to catch me out doing anything. I'm not entertaining this conversation. That's me. That's my response, Emmanuel.
All right. I love it.
Somebody tells me you covered Emmanuel's response too.
Do you know what? Basically, yeah, man.
That'll do it.
Do something with yourself, man. Just forget, like, you know what I mean?
I think today is very much touch grass. I think if you feel like your friend has been groomed, then wouldn't you want to stay around your friend and make sure she's always okay?
Bear in mind, he did say in the first one that she's happily married and they got kids. Just to add that in there.
Then leave them alone, man.
I don't know what he wants from us.
Just like there is Islamophobics, don't go to the halal shop.
You know what I mean? Find a new friend. You only met her 3 years ago.
What?
Yeah, you met her 3 years ago, he said.
Did he give you guys signs that he thinks that she was groomed?
Just the age that she was
Just the
16.
age gap.
That's it. Everything else, honestly, from in that first dilemma, everything else was they seem happily married, they've got kids, but I just don't like him. I don't like the fact that he did this.
It's a guy or girl?
It sounds like, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's a guy apparently.
Shit, I don't know what you mean. My brain caught on it like a bit too soon. So hey, don't know what you mean. Yeah, it's a new friend. I just don't think it's that next headlines.
You know what I mean? Don't break up black families, man. Like I said the first time, you start your own black family. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go to the house, they seem happily married and with kids. That's what you said. Sorry, guys.
This is so interesting. It's an interesting conversation though. But if I felt like my friend was groomed, I wouldn't leave them. I wouldn't leave them alone with the person I think is danger. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll still be a friend. And if I don't like your partner, and if I don't like anyone's partner, whether they're groomed or not, I just wouldn't really spend that much time with the partner. Do you know what I mean? I just wouldn't really give much care on that side of things. But because my friend cares about them, then I will be respectful and whatever the case is. Well, I hope that helped.
I hope it didn't.
Like that.
Imagine.
Now I'm stuck on the first
Oh, the
intro.
first.
You haven't finished reading that letter.
I haven't finished reading the letter. I don't think I can. Because you know, I can't. I'll be honest with you. I think I need to see. I want him to read it to me. Can he come to the studio?
I've asked him to.
Not
jump
next week,
on
I'm not free
Discord.
next week.
I've asked him to clarify a few things that I read in a letter.
Is this someone that actively like contributes to the show?
I don't know. It was in my junk mailbox, innit? So
He ain't standing on business.
It is even months that it's been chilling there.
It's
he
been
he
months?
yeah. He said after a particular episode that we had
So who even knows what it is? I thought maybe it was the other day or something.
incentivized him to basically send this in. So I think I'm not sure if it was Easy Bambino or somebody else in the Discord suggest that it might be the one where. Let me just go and double check the episode. Instant reaction.
Because, bro, like, sorry, for context, I'm just stuck on the guy that wrote the.
Black men are insufferable. That episode.
What did we talk
Absent
about?
fathers shamed, present fathers blamed.
Not the Crept and Conan video.
Black men's preferences.
The Nala video?
I don't know.
Shut up, man. I used Nala this morning, mate. I don't think it's. I don't know, man. I just think. I don't know. Sometimes with some of you. I don't know. As much as I talk about the things, like, as much as I hate, and obviously everyone knows I hate misogyny, as much as I hate men that make women's life insufferable, like, I only swing men way. Do you know what I mean? And I have male friends, I have male colleagues, like, I chill with men, like, but again, just curate the people that you want to be around. I think bad experiences with certain people certain people, even if they're from the same race, doesn't make everybody, like, it doesn't make everybody the same thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and I think it's weird that people think that. As much as I think men are dangerous, I don't think all men are dangerous. Someone said, Jin and just, hey girl, says, can one of the girls here write an email about how the girls are tired?
I've never heard this sentiment from Gin and Gist. I never thought that she was.
On
she
this
saw
side
herself
of
as one of the girls.
on this side of history.
Yeah. Like, weirdly enough, sometimes she screams that she's a pick-me. In my estimation. Like, it's.
We've got a few pygmies in the chat.
Do you know who they are?
Of course I know who they are.
Some names.
Do you actually want me to name
You
names?
said that you feel jovial today.
I think sometimes, I think Jin just has pick me tendencies.
Just,
Stacey is like the leader of the group.
serious.
Yeah. Stacey has some ways and thoughts, I think, huh?
This is the Stacey, right? Our correspondent.
How many
from-
Stacey's do you know?
A few.
How many Stacey's do you know in TDA community?
Only one.
Well, so you're a pick
I just
me.
wanted to extend.
You're a pick me.
I am a pick me.
There are a few pick me. I can't think of
Pick
any.
me as in child, right?
What?
Pick me as in child, right?
Pick me.
Oh,
Pick me.
pig me. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying pick me.
What's a pick me?
Like the girls that like, I feel like they align. They find it fun, or they think they're cool
Who else?
or different
Who else?
to align with
There's Gin and Gist. There's Stacey.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else though.
No, nobody else comes to mind.
They're the two that shout at me. I think Antonia and this Antonia.
Hanson.
Oh,
No, she's beautiful.
don't care how beautiful she is, man.
I said that in the song as I said. I was saying that Stacey or Gin and Gist aren't beautiful.
No, it didn't sound like that because we know
Let
they
me
are.
say it together.
It didn't sound like that.
Okay.
It's just like you say. You just sticking up for Antonia, but I don't care how beautiful you are.
This
You
is
can-
it. That's what
you
I was
can
doing.
be- no, but it
Like,
doesn't
she's
come
got
across.
such a clean heart.
She does not.
She doesn't have a clean heart.
She doesn't. She
Like
pisses me off.
she comes across as nothing bothers her. Like she's just up for
I bother
bants
her.
all over.
No, I bother her.
Wait, are you
And I put
just
a smile
naming
on my
people that
face.
bother
I love
you?
that. No, absolutely not. Like
So-
I'm going off conversation that we've had.
Yeah.
Like even the other day, I can't remember what that video with that. What video was it? The video with Do you know me? Nah.
It just cut off again.
Did it actually?
Yeah, the sound thing.
That's a
But it's
sign,
good.
right?
Huh?
That's a sign, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Do you know, is it back on?
No.
No.
They could hear us, right? They just wouldn't be able to participate in Discord.
My default, I realized, in this moment, because if you know I wanted to call what I wanted to, the descriptor I wanted to use, yeah. Obviously, people don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But if you know the descriptor I wanted to use, and I took a moment, I said, nah, Esther, you are shady as heck. Anyway, I can't remember what episode it was, but I think I saw coming from, Stacey was like, oh, Anyway, doesn't matter. I think that based on previous conversations that we've had, and obviously I like Stacey and whatever else. Like,
Yeah, Stacey's the best, man.
I think like I don't like Antonia for sure.
Whoa.
Don't like her for sure.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh, I don't like her. I don't think I've ever met. Have I ever met in person? I couldn't have. I wouldn't have said hello. Don't like her for sure, but everybody else is like,
The Bible says you entertain angels on the way, so you may have better.
she's not an angel. That man's saying. I don't think she's an angel anyway, but
She's an angel to me.
love that for you. And she's gonna be at any event that you're throwing.
You do that too.
Yeah, I do, but it's bad that I shouldn't be
It is
doing
bad,
it.
yeah.
Cracks so
When
much.
you find out, like,
That's what I'm saying, but I don't want to.
You're trying to hug your man and you can't.
That's impossible.
It's like,
God forbid.
nubs,
Not the
nubs.
God I serve.
Amen.
You think I kissed that many frogs not to be talking to my man? Yo, hell no. Not literally. Don't lips people. You can catch diseases that way. So like, I think people have pick me tennis, but I think it's one of those things where like that's just how you think about certain things.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like I don't hate you because of it. Like I like Stacey. I think Stacey is really, really cool. I can't wait to meet Stacey in person actually.
Yeah.
But like I do think that there's sometimes I have certain topics and people do have they have ideologies that align with the pick me definition. Let me say. Let me say that.
Yeah.
They have ideologies that align with the pick me definition.
Yeah.
But
I need to stop asking you because
who else is there?
there's somebody that you told me is leaning that way and I don't want you to say it on the air.
The person that came was in person. That I met in person.
No.
Who is it? Tell me. I want to say it out loud. I forgot about that one. Yeah, but that one is like, that's not pick me. That's like male gaze. That's like, the spotlight's on me. I don't want nobody else.
What is that? Is it a buy man, yeah?
Is what?
Lights on me.
Yeah.
Finish it.
All right, well, give me my credit.
Start with Vernon.
How long? What's it called?
Nailed it.
What's it called? What's
You're
his
barking
name?
up the wrong tree. Spotlights on me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What kind of music
Fire
is
with the
this?
talent, Saturday moon.
You know your parents are like, music is noise.
There's no room.
Yeah.
What's his name again for Wolfenstone?
Storming?
No, it's not Storming. Oh man, somebody's gonna say it in the chat, man. I can't remember his name, man. Big him up though.
Big him up.
Yeah, there's a few more pick me's, but I honestly just from the top of my head, I just can't remember them. So
Fuming.
don't think you're.
Fuming.
Sorry.
That's what I said.
Guys, see.
But in my head, I said fuming, but I said storming.
But you said, oh, fair enough.
Yeah. But I knew
But yeah.
it was a min. I
But
knew
I
it
don't
wasn't
want-
cumin though.
Oh, I don't want anyone else whose name I didn't say to think they're safe. You're not. I might call you out another day for being a pick me. I find pick me's very interesting. I think they're very interesting human beings. So I'm just like, what?
Is there? Sorry, yes, there is. There is the equivalent in maledom, isn't it? Panderers.
Not necessarily.
Just
I don't know.
strutting for the female gaze. Yes, that's
Yeah,
it,
actually,
right?
yeah. But the thing is,
They're dangerous to the
but
mandem.
I think the pick me's genuinely
male
believe.
them.
Pick me's believe what they're saying though. Like they believe, they stand by what they believe. But the male panderers, some of them, they're not. Because I think it's different. If you just believe in that, I don't think you're like a male pick me. But there's some who say they believe in it just to get the benefits of aligning with women.
So you don't think
But deep down they don't
pick-me's
actually.
pander to men?
I wouldn't use the word panda.
Mm.
I need something stronger than pandering.
Mm.
But I think for women's, I think women's one is different just because of women's issues.
If you tuned in yesterday, you would have seen allegedly because somebody sent me a message, right? Maggie, please, trigger warning. This is a message that I received, right? Wasn't from Emmanuel. Apparently, they thought Maggie got caught up yesterday
Maggie.
on a flipperoo. Yeah. Because, like, we were talking about misogyny and misandry.
Yeah.
And then we broke down, like, subtle examples of misandry.
Okay.
And quite a lot of them, like, majority of women are guilty of.
Okay. Like what? Give me some examples actually.
You me to go through it again?
Yeah, of course, please.
God
All
damn it.
right. Let's see if I still have it.
Why are you doing that? Can I just do the last headlines?
Yeah, sure
Yeah,
you
you're
can.
not trying to go.
It's half term, man.
Just so crazy because I actually told this man yesterday we'd do a quick show, and here I am.
All right, people. So, last set of headlines, man. A former PE teacher who created an online petition calling for his head teacher to quit over alleged racism has been banned from teaching. Wow. Joshua Aduse, who's 31 years old, encouraged students in the playground at the Harris Academy in Tottenham in North East London to sign a petition in April of 2021 after he had told the head teacher he would get him out if he did not resign. If he did not resign. This is what a teacher and regulation agency panel heard, right? He also made repeated safeguarding failures over several months, including on social media, where he retweeted people's comments in support of his own position. The Change the Org petition, which reached more than 6,000 signatures before it was ended, said that the head teacher had permanently excluded 3 black students from the school after 1 month in the role. Wow. And had introduced a zero-tolerance behaviour policy that disproportionately affects BAME and SEN students. His name was removed from the petition after the Met Police received reports of 4 death threats from the school. Giving oral evidence to the panel, the head teacher said that Mr. Aduse came to his office on April 19th, 2021 and informed him that he and others did not think he was doing a good job and that he had come to request his resignation. A Year 10 people who were stopped by the witness after walking past with their phone out, which was against school policy, said, "Not going to lie, sir, a member of staff has told me to get it out to sign a petition." Mr. Doucet was suspended the same day. Addressing the claims in the petition, the head teacher told the panel that he had only been directly involved in excluding 2 students and that the decision was taken in consultation with various other management staff. I feel like this, I'm not too sure if we spoke about this, but I've seen maybe this online somewhere. I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat will talk about it. Next headline, a tribunal has ruled that asylum seekers who use social media accounts to falsely demonstrate their opposition to their country's regime can have them deleted to enable them to return home. Claimants from countries such as Iran and Iraq have been known to start attending demonstrations opposed to their home regimes and posting political statements on Facebook after they arrive in the UK. They then argue that these posts will put them at risk if they are returned to their home countries, which have a history of tracking protesters via their online activities. Now, an immigration tribunal has said an asylum seeker can be asked to delete their account to return home if it's found that the beliefs expressed are not genuinely held. The explanation came in the case of an Iraqi asylum seeker whose application was refused by the Home Office back in 2022 on the grounds that his credibility was adversely affected by inconsistencies in his account. And our last headline, trigger warning on this one, people. Trigger warning. A Brit has been forced to fly home for emergency surgery after she was bitten by a shark during a holiday horror. Yeah. Rachel Smith, 26 years old, was paddling in hip-height water, off Rose Hall Beach in Montego Bay in Jamaica when the creature snapped at her left hand. She was terrified to see her ring finger, was hanging off and blood was just pouring from the wound. But media quickly backed off after his office decried the invasion of, I don't know what the
What?
What?
Dude, you're reading it. I'm thinking, can you hear yourself?
Technicalities,
So
guys.
the just turned into the
Technicals.
media. It was the back off that still kept you there because he's like, yeah. The shark backed off, but come on.
I said, come on.
Oh, man. Anyway, guys, something happened to her, man. It was sad.
That is
And,
horrible, though.
yeah, man. Oh, yes, it's starting to make sense again. She was taken to hospital in an ambulance and medics said she needed plastic surgery. But with no surgeon available for 2 weeks, she basically cut her holiday short. She flew to Ireland, where her parents live. Doctors confirmed that the tendons and nerves in her ring and little finger were ruptured and the ligaments in her ring finger had been disconnected. She was attacked around 10 a.m. and says that the shark knocked both her and her sister backwards after hitting them with its body. The sisters say that the flag on the beach was raised, indicating it was safe to swim, and doctors confirmed that the bite was likely to belong to a reef shark. Rachel said, she said, "I really did think I would die. The private hospital were only concerned about getting the payment before stopping the bleeding." It's a damn shame.
This is why it's like when I go on holiday, I can't just walk into ocean and that.
I think it's scary people do that.
Because I don't know what's
What do you mean just jump?
I don't know what's beneath me. Do you
I can't
understand?
jump into water I can't see the end of.
Precisely. I can't.
That's scary. That's
I can
scary work.
swim
man.
like a mother effing dolphin,
That is scary work.
but I can't see what's underneath there. And then they won't. I'm sure that there won't any signs saying beware the sharks in that spot because you don't know.
Yeah,
the sharks.
and that's always my thing though, because I'm like, you don't know, like, how do you know they haven't migrated into this
They
area?
don't respect boundaries like how these countries do. Sorry, borders.
Fair.
It's like, what's a border to them? You understand? Anyway.
Yeah,
That's
sad.
wild, man.
It's sad. But yeah, that's it for deadlines. Time to pay them bills.
Sorry, while I'm here, I think it's so funny how so when people watch shows, yeah, you talk smack, you say whatever you want to say, you're in the comments, you're very excited because you got an audience as well. So you're typing anyhow, letting all sorts of things fly. And not consideration, insights. You get called out though. Get called out for your foolishness. Or someone says they don't like you for what it is that they've seen you display in the past, and you sit there and act confused as if it just came out of thin air. Because Antonio acting as if I don't like her out of nowhere is flipping hilarious. But all the best, my love. I ain't said your name in months. To be honest, I forgot you existed until I mentioned your name. So all the best, my dear. Just put that out there.
Bacon shark, delicious.
Is it?
Bacon shark is so delicious. And I want you and your man to go.
But that's a shark though. Who's in a shark?
To Barbados. Barbados. I can't.
Is it
vouch.
shark?
I can't vouch for.
Is it shark
Yeah,
meat?
shark. I can't vouch for
The Bayesian one?
Yeah, bacon shark. Because I never tasted that. But you go to Tobago. Whew.
I don't know, man. What kind of texture is shark?
Nom.
In my mind, it gives me like, have you ever had catfish?
Yes.
It's like a catfish texture. I don't like catfish texture. It's too
Why?
soft.
Oh. What, you want to taste the fish? As in, taste that it has substance?
No, not like the sea. I don't want to taste its history.
What is the texture of catfish?
It's a bit soft and like just quiet. Maybe it's how I've had it. Maybe it's how I've had it cooked in the past. But it's just certain fish. Yeah, because even when I've had it grilled, actually, even when I've had it grilled, there's just something. It's just a texture I can't quite get behind. Excuse me? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. For me as well.
Well?
So sweet. Yeah.
God,
I might bake a shark one day. How would you say?
I don't believe that. I said well.
Well, what? Yeah.
All right, cool.
But not like, yeah, man. Not a chef.
Yeah, you don't have to be a chef, to be honest.
But anyway.
I'd like a chef. I'd like a baker. I don't know why I said that. I got my own internal jokes.
Clearly.
I edited myself sometimes.
Clearly, because I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what you're talking about anymore.
I have no desire to share.
I know. I'll be honest with you. I've known you long enough to know that I don't want to know what you're thinking about. All the best, my dear.
Oh, man. I'm seeing a lot of comments about community building and whatnot. What do y'all know about
shut
community
up, man.
building?
Fuck right off.
The craziness.
Fuck off.
The craziness
That's what
that
you
we
can
did.
do. That's
The thing
what
is-
we're here now.
The thing is,
We're here
I
now.
know that I'm
Shut
Satan
up.
sanctified, but I also know that it took a while, right? And God is still
Do you know
doing
what
the
pisses me
work in
off here? My thing, this
God
is
is
what, let
still
me
doing
tell
the
you.
work in
Hey,
me.
hey, buddy. No, you're starting something this morning.
And
now.
I don't even know. I don't know if the investors that are making these comments.
No, because I was going to ask you.
I don't even know.
Can we
if
find-
it's the
what-
investors
what's
that are making-
G7's
Because if it is, I'll listen.
I need to. No,
I will
need to see-
switch my
No,
voice
fair,
off. You
fair.
won't hear any sort of Brentisms on this platform, and you see how quickly you will basically just leave.
I need to see G7's
You'll come for the
invoice.
mess.
I need to see G7's invoice
G7.
for the investment they made. Studio with the new black. Don't hold me to a standard that you don't maintain. Don't be talking shit about me in the comments all the time and then expect me to sit here. By the way, I have to read this shit every day, you know. So I'm reading your
every day,
shit.
every
And
day.
the thing is, not your shit, because I clocked the formula on here. Again, remember I tell you people have an audience? So you say something and then people think, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Then it's a pile-on type of situation, right? Cool. And you're happy to be the jester of the day.
Yeah. And it's not even life above just doing it.
Bruh.
Because he's normally the...
No, 'cause he's just about people eating gizzard at shrines.
He normally flings the stone
Do you know
first.
what I mean? So you're happy to be talking about people whenever I give an opinion, about whatever the case might be, you're happy to be talking slick, talking out the side of your mouth, saying whatever you want to be saying. But then when I respond to you, then you're saying, you're bringing up, we're building a community. Fuck you and the community you want built. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? Don't be
The
stupid.
thing is, there was even balance, right? Obviously, I can't police how the host think, obviously, right? And that's the reason as to why they're here anyway, so they can share an obvious opinion, right? Cool.
Come in the studio, you people won't come in the studio. You don't like my opinion, come in the studio then. I keep going on holiday, come and sit here.
I would love for
Come
anybody,
and be the woman in the studio and fight
and man,
the
and man.
opinions. No, because
And
no.
man, it wasn't just a woman that was basically saying
No,
that.
that's fair.
Men were
come and be a
also
woman.
saying,
Come and be a
"Is
human
this
being.
what the community building looks like?"
Come and be a man or woman in the studio. Come and build a community. Contribute to the show. Don't contribute to the show. People come in here every single day with everything else that we've got going on in our personal lives. Early in the morning, I've had 4 hours sleep. Early in the morning, come here reading people's stupid comments. Now I'm telling you, I don't like you as a person. You're sitting there talking about, oh, she's talking this. Da, 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 da. Shut up! I don't flipping know you. What are we doing here?
I just saw.
Talk about what community are we building? Again, fuck you and the community you want built.
I just saw.
The hell you?
I just
That
saw
pissed me off this morning.
somebody I've never seen post in my life in his chat.
What did they say?
Contribute
What did they have to say for
conversation.
themselves?
Maybe this is serious. Hold up. Maybe y'all have seen this. Hold up.
Burn it all down. Let me silly.
Look.
T Nairobi.
I've
Okay.
never seen that person.
I came for peace, and this is bringing me back to 2023 TDA. What happened in
what was happening in
2023? We've been here a while.
what?
What happened?
What happened in
What was happening
2023?
in 2023?
You know.
A lot happened. A lot happened, but we can't even give examples because some of
Oh,
them are behind the scenes.
maybe. You know when it is that we used to basically involve the chat a bit more, and we used to have.
Or when we had them vote, them polls.
list them. Yeah. Where we would name the top contributors, the top investors,
The most troublesome.
the most people that call into Discord and contribute.
Wasn't that just one episode though?
That was one. That was a Christmas special, something like that.
I'm trying to make a message, but
Okay, go on.
it's not-
Do we need to bring that back then? Should we bring that back so people are more reminded? Because I've got a donkey of the week every week. If you tell me a donkey of the day, it's a daily show. I could do that. The mug of every hour. I can come up with different names if you want.
I
I just think, sorry, no, Brent, it's irritating. Like, I think I don't like when you can't be online saying whatever it is you want to say about people that host shows or whatever the case is, and then when they talk back at you, now you're saying to them, oh, you should be professional. I'm not going to be professional. I'm not going to be. Don't hold me to a standard that you don't live by.
I think it's
What are we
me-
talking about?
It's me they're asking.
No,
to be
it's not.
professional.
No, it's not
I don't-
just you.
I don't
It's
know.
not just you.
I
mate.
think it is me.
It's
I
not.
think they're saying that I caused this.
It's not. No, but you didn't cause anything because this has been my.
reflective Brent. I did.
No, but you
cause
didn't insert the thoughts in my head.
No, but I basically.
I see the way I'm spinning out. I've been having this
I
thoughts.
created a space for you to basically pour those thoughts out.
No, but I could create my own space to create it. To
This
do
is
it.
on me.
I don't think it is.
100%. So
I don't think
anybody
it
who
is.
wants to basically have counsel with me, a bit later.
Say council. Oh, don't start coup. Don't tell you start firing me now.
Yeah. You let me know
Been
what
there
you
before.
think I should do better going forward to make this particular show better.
Get rid of
You
Esther.
let me know, please. And
Where
if-
we heard that song before.
If at any point in time in this exchange, I take everything on board, and I also ask if it is that you have a little free time to come in, I'm also open to that. I am also open to that. I am a very, very open young man. I am very open.
Do you not actually know?
Wide open.
It's my fault.
It's my fault.
Let me tell you why it's my fault. It's my fault because I think every time people have talked slick and said, because you know it's one thing to say you don't agree with people's like someone's personal opinion, but people go really low in the things that's been said about me in this community, right? It's my fault for not screenshotting and creating a folder so that on this day I could be like, you said this. But what it is that when I read things, my brain registers it. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but what I know is that you've been disrespectful. Yeah. And again, it's not. I don't need people to agree with my opinion. My opinions are not formed or are not held based off people agreeing with me.
Yeah.
So I know the people that don't agree with that things that my mindset and whatever. But I also know people that don't agree with what I've said and have said personal things about me or like have been disrespectful in the comments. So if I don't like you, that's because that's what you've done. Do you know what I mean? So it's my fault. And it's my fault because I should have, as a woman who does Word and Road, right? I should have had a folder where I had all the receipts. So I can say, you, on this day, at this time, this show, this topic, you said this. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I can scroll through it. Yeah. But I don't do that because ultimately, you are a stranger to me. Yeah. You're a stranger to me whose opinion, like when I leave the show now, I'm not going to think about this. Yeah. Because I'm onto other things. Do you get what I mean? So I don't think about these things unless it is that we're having a conversation. It's like, oh, that jogs my memory kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. But it's my fault. Yeah. It's my fault for not keeping receipts on the finish because I think in moments like this, it sounds like, oh my gosh, she's just upset that people don't agree with her. Yeah.
Can I ask a question, Esther Emmanuel?
Of course you can.
Yeah, so go in a minute,
if I
go in a minute though.
I didn't know you were coming today. If I say like who the top panderers, is that as devious and incendiary as the question of me saying who the pick-me's? Mm-hmm. So,
but then it's the same group chat.
All right,
just different font.
Emmanuel, who do you deem as the top panderers for women? Because I put my name in there, right? Because I identify as a panderer sometimes for entertainment purposes.
So why do you want me to start?
But you know what it is though?
No, because I want to go through the same exercise. Obviously, I did the whole pick me stuff and that I understand how some people can get rubbed up the wrong way. But let me now do the same thing but on the man's side.
You can't be a pick me and not know you're a damn pick me. You know what you are. So that's like me saying someone now, oh, you're a black woman or you're a black man, and now you're saying why have I brought race and gender into it? Are you? Even the pandering thing you're saying, how many times do you get called a panderer? How many other things do you get called on the show?
I but then when a lot of things. Yeah.
Exactly. But then if now you're going down the rabbit hole of calling who's a panderer, it's going to be a case of, oh, Brent, you're out of order. Oh, Brent, that's not very productive. Oh, Brent, I thought you were building a community.
Emmanuel to do
what are we doing then?
See a different response.
No, but even then though, because if Emmanuel does...
I have a theory.
No, but listen, if Emmanuel does it now, it's going to be, oh, Emmanuel, you're out of order. What community are you building?
I'm not sure if that's...
It will, because you know the number of things Emmanuel gets called. This is my thing. My thing is that this is my thing, right? This is my thing. My thing is you cannot be in the comments talking sick about hosts, and then when they respond to you, play victim. You cannot do that. You set the pace for that. Because think about it, if I'm coming in here as a host, I don't know who's what, I don't know who's who, I don't know anything. I don't know enough about you to know that I don't like you. Because I don't know anything about you. But if I see you insulting me constantly in the chat and I'm like, oh, actually this person, I don't like them. Like, I don't like them at all. I'm within my rights to not like you. Why would I like you? Why would I like you? I think you should be scared if I liked you. I think you should be scared if I liked you. Anyway, you want to name the panderers?
Emmanuel.
No, I'm not naming the panderers.
You bloody chicken. What a wimp.
There we go. And here you go calling him names and all.
You know
yes. Should he respond now with like free Brent?
You know what I'm saying?
Justice for Brent.
Go on, man. Name some panderers.
I've been known to never be a chicken on the show. So I can never be something that sticks. Anyway.
Do you think Eddie's a panderer?
Who?
Carbon.
People call Eddie a panderer all the time.
But do you think that, Emmanuel?
That's Eddie's personal thing.
You called him at the start of the show.
He's never deviated from that, you know.
That's
Eddie's,
his brand.
that's his thing. Like, so that's his life.
That's how we met him.
That's, you know what I'm saying? But
who else?
Let's focus on the positivity. What I will say is this, we're talking about productive things and happy stuff throughout the whole show. We had less than 200 people in the chat. When it gets into drama, like this, now it just skyrockets.
Oh no,
we gotta do better, man.
Remember, we're not building a community. What kind of community are we trying to build?
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
That's the most stupid comment of the year. What kind of community are you trying to build? Where's that energy when you start in the comments?
Do you want me to name my tribe?
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I think I'm honestly too Nigerian for a lot of things. I can't lie to you.
I think my jokes are too dark.
It's just too. I'm too no nonsense for like. I don't see why I should enable certain things on account of I'm here. I'm not a slave. I'm here because I want to be here. So please don't ever think that you can be saying whatever it is that you want to say about me or any of the hosts and think that because we're here, you think that we're at your mercy. You're not holding my destiny or anyone in this room's destiny. You're
Marx
not.
doesn't hold back either. If
It's
he
mad.
sees anybody attempting to insult him, he blasts Marx.
Oh no, but they think that's cool.
They're like,
No, but that's they think it's cool when Marx does it.
no. You didn't want to pass this bit just now. You didn't want to do this team activity. You didn't want to do. You didn't take one for the team like how we're taking it. You want to go? Nah, go. Keep going. The green flipping green top.
It's mint.
Go.
It's a mint top.
Mint. After 8.
Nah, things are cool when Marx does. When Marx calls you idiots all the time.
You didn't want to pass
It's a fun day.
You didn't want to
God forbid I say I don't like a person
You didn't take one for the
who ain't never been nice.
The team like how we're
I'm gonna
taking it.
practice
You want
a
to
whole
go?
week
Nah,
of
go.
me
Go.
not
Go.
looking to
Green.
basically be entertained.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
practice a week of
switch
not.
my personality off, and I'm just gonna be stoned.
See you later,
Don't
man.
tell me
See you
see me
tomorrow.
come back. I'm gonna see just how entertaining this particular platform can be if it is.
you know what,
Shut
actually?
my mouth. I'm
Do
gonna
you know
shut
what?
my mouth. I'm gonna stop stirring. I fact I don't stir.
I'm going to join you in that.
Prentisms. All right, let's just hit the headlines.
Yeah, tomorrow
hit the Wyndham Road.
we hit the
There's
headlines.
There's no pants.
None.
There's none of that.
None.
Dial on the spice.
None.
No flavor.
Matter of fact, when topic of the day is represented, I might not even give an opinion.
There you go. On the fence.
So no, I'm not going to be on the fence. I'm just going to say, oh, it's an interesting idea. I'm going to do a bunch of ahs and ums. Since you don't have a problem with me, my opinions and whatever else, I'm just not going to give anything.
Why as human beings do we live in extremes?
Ask me again. Ask them. Ask them.
Interesting.
That's really irritating me, you know.
I can imagine.
Like, it's really irritating me. Like, I can't stand. I can't stand foolishness like that, man.
Hello.
You know, some days I wake up thinking, I'm gonna get
Why is you
Can you guys hear me?
a voice note or phone call from Esther.
Ask me again. Ask me.
Brent, I've had I've just come back from Nigeria and I think that
I've been pushed
the peace
there, you
I
know.
get there, the peace I get there.
Yeah, man.
It's time for me to hand in my resignation.
And that's why I say that I don't think about these things, because my real life does not represent chaos. And I think if people keep carrying on the way they're carrying on, I'm just not going to associate good emotions being here.
There you go.
And one thing about me, I'm not in places that I don't feel like I don't want to be in.
So as you heard her say, that
So honestly,
y'all will push her out.
you're counting the days.
Y'all will push. So if y'all want her not to be here anymore, continue.
They continue anyway.
Continue.
Because even when I'm not here, yeah, I've seen people come up with hypotheticals like, oh, if Esther was here.
And I think that the
Ask yourself why you don't like me so
weight
much.
of comments,
What
the
weirdo.
weight that the comments hold, I don't think they deep who's affected on the other side. Now one can say,
And that's my
one
thing.
can say, but the same thing you're saying, Brent, is the same thing you should be
Mindful of.
mindful, because you do the same thing.
Absolutely.
When you're there looking to basically stir, and you know
Absolutely.
full well some people in this room will bite.
But you know
then-
what it is, yeah? Let me even give the example of Antonia. I've mentioned Antonia once. How many people have mentioned Antonia this morning?
As in this room?
Yeah, like as in like in me saying I didn't like her. How many negative comments has Antonia gotten on this show today?
None.
Just one from me, right?
Yeah.
Right. And how many would I have gotten compared to Antonia? So I get what you're saying, in that someone can say that it's you doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's different because it's just different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's great either way, or I'm not saying it's like it's not all bad or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But I think people don't think about that. So when you're in the comments, passing judgment and saying whatever you're saying, you're not the only person. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
This is really my fault, isn't it?
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
I told you it's mine.
it really
I should have
is
come
my
in here
fault.
with the Monique Samuels binder. That's what I should have come in here with a binder. I might actually go. I might W. Actually, I'm not doing it. I don't care enough.
Do that.
I don't care enough.
Don't do
That's the
that.
reality. I don't care enough. I wish I cared enough. I think I wish I cared enough. Because I think if I cared enough, it'd be different. But I wish I cared enough to screenshot and say, oh, on this day you said this and that. But I can't care because I don't know you, and your opinions of me doesn't hold weight in my personal life. It doesn't affect anything about my personal life. It only matters in the TDL realm with people who think like you. And outside of that, it just doesn't hold water for me. There's people in my personal life whose opinions don't even hold water. How much more a stranger that's so far removed from me? But my just big thing, because it's not just about this show. I see it on so many other shows. I see it in general where you think it's fine to make comments at people, and then when they call you or when they respond, then it's you should you should be professional. Because I've heard that many times on here as well, where it's like, she's so unprofessional, she's so this, she's so childish, so da, 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 da. Okay, and what do you think what you're doing is? Like, what do you think what you're doing is?
My question, sometimes when this particular topic comes up, right? Because it comes up intermittently, right? Now and again.
Yeah, we ain't done it in a while, actually.
In the TDA history.
It's the first in a year.
Yeah, 100%.
So I've been away for most of it.
That when the same thing that you've done today, Emmanuel does it.
Yeah.
Right? But he uses different words to basically insult.
It just says it says they're stupid and sorry, not stupid, they lack critical thinking.
100%. But the response isn't like
It's never immature. No.
Yeah, that's why I always find interesting. And this is not me saying that I don't.
They'll say you're just pandering. You're pandering to Esther because
I have definitely
apparently all Esther has around her is yes
this.
men.
I have definitely caused
You
this.
haven't caused it.
I have definitely caused this.
Shut up, man.
100%. 100% I've caused this. But I'm so interested in the response when Emmanuel or Mags
Goes off.
Yeah.
They're never branded as emotional. It's me though. All of a sudden now I'm emotional. Oh, she's really just angry that people don't agree with her. When have I? Do you know? I think I find that most insulting because it basically says that I need people to have the opinions that I have, and I think knowing who I am and how I've always been since I was a young girl, that's just insulting to who I am, to everything I stand for. Because when would I ever need backup to express how I feel?
What I also find interesting is that even though you express what you express, and you're allowed to basically hold feelings for whoever it is that you want to hold feelings for, the same as anybody who's listening here. I've communicated that I like Antonia. So you say that you're not a fan of her, and I've said I'm a fan of her. Yeah. What's the problem with both of us having different opinions, right? And being able to basically share this bloody opinion. If everybody in this room was just piling on to Antonia, cool. But there was this parity here.
And that's why I brought up the thing, because my thing is, again, I don't know Antonia from anywhere. That's why I asked if I ever actually met her in person. I don't know if I have. I don't know her from anywhere. The only information and collection that I have or research I have is based off her interactions or the things I've seen her say about me in the chat. And again, it's not a I don't agree with that, I see it differently. It's rude things. It's rude and disrespectful things. So how can you be sitting there acting shocked and saying you want me to keep the energy in person, blah, 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 blah. Like, what are we talking about? How can you sit there and act shocked that I don't like you based on the things I've seen you say about me? Like, how can you act shocked that I don't like you? How can you? How could you possibly? Like, how could you possibly? When I didn't want to entertain Black Rob, why would that be confusing when it is that whenever he came on the phone, it's always back and forth? Like, why would you be confused? Why is that confusing? It's not the most obvious thing to me. But again, it's my fault because I never kept a binder on all the people that say mean and rude and disrespectful things about me. It's my fault. I should have had a folder. I should have had a folder on my iPhone. I should have sacrificed some of my storage.
What is that attached to your phone?
Because they were stealing in London now, so I put them around it's a wrist thing holder.
Oh.
Big up Beverly. As in our Beverly.
How is it connected? Is it attached to the case?
Yes, that's the, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's my fault. I apologize for that.
Does it work? Has anybody tried to snatch it and
No, they haven't.
yank the wrist?
No. I apologize. I should have kept receipts. I should have kept a folder. I should have kept every comment. And I think that's why I find it interesting, because again, it's not my, like, I think I have more people that appreciate me on the show and whatever else. Because again, outside of the show, I have conversations with people that watch the show, you know. As just casually in my DMs. Just a good old yap session. Just casually, obviously, there I am. But just casual like conversations and whatever else. And when I'm not on the show, people that message me like, oh my gosh, come back soon, and I hope you're having a good holiday. Not even on the comeback, just I hope you're having a good holiday. Do you get what I mean? So my fault. Because there's gonna be people as well who are now struggling to understand. They're not gonna understand where this irritation of mine is coming from. Because they're gonna think, oh no, well, no one ever says anything negative about Esther. Sure. I've just pulled this out of my big ass. Just pulled it out.
Oh,
TDA, the show that you are.
I think that everybody should just be guided. I'm talking about
I
myself.
think you should.
I'm for
I think
myself,
everybody
man.
should. And like we said, we start tomorrow. So I'm not here next week, so we can preview it tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to trial something. I want it to be a social experiment. All people like doing social experiments and whatnot.
I like doing social experiments. I like doing social experiments, but I also like playing games.
I used
it's a
to
game,
like.
I'm happy to
be honest,
thingy.
part of why is I keep doing this is because it brings me joy too, right? And I didn't know that the stuff that makes me me, because I'm uniquely myself, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, if tomorrow came and nobody had said, I would do the same thing again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But now that I'm seeing it's hurting people, I have to dial it back because I don't want to hurt people.
How is it? Is hurting because they're asking you what you're building?
Yes, I don't want to basically have this community
Have people confused for what they're building.
Bash.
That's
if
fine.
people are there waiting patiently to be able to support and contribute to the community, and what I'm doing is basically hampering that, then I need to stop so that I can see more.
I think
of
that
the
we should
community contributions and support.
You're right.
Do you understand?
I
so
think
I'm gonna dial it all the way back.
Yeah.
In fact, don't even say my name.
So will I.
Don't say Brent's in the room. They will just know because I'm switching stuff. I'm switching the cameras.
Fair, I wouldn't even introduce myself.
No, I'm talking about me. Being
I'm talking about me
confused.
too.
Let's do it one by one.
No.
Right? Let me remove this piece first to see if
Nope.
it changes, and then you can remove your piece.
Nope.
Here
Because
we
if
go,
anyone should
people.
have done this, it should have been me coming on here and just sitting here in silence. Based off the hate I've received. I should have just been sat here in silence since.
You see, look, Brent, shut up, you love this. Yes, that's why I do it. I just said that. I love this. Not this, as in what's happening now. Me stirring. Why I
you
stir
stirring
is
with the
because
bones?
I want people to be authentic. Do you understand? So when it is I see that they are limiting themselves, I want to basically see what I can, kind of tease out.
See if I was limiting my hate. I didn't
To
even
be honest,
start.
I didn't know it was gonna go
I
there.
saw pick me's.
I didn't know it was gonna go there.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even know you would have mentioned Antonia's name. I thought like another person's name would be.
See what I'm saying? Rebranded. Who's that? Is that Greek with the jacket? He says, I haven't seen Antonia say anything about Esther still, so this attack seems like bullying to me.
It's good.
That's upsetting.
Wait.
Antonia's being bullied,
He.
but I'm not.
No. You see, he's just doing the same thing
That's
I
good.
do, which is just he's stirring. Because
Sure.
I had to call him the other day and say, where's he been? Because he ain't been here for time. So he's been.
Maybe you shouldn't
absent.
have. Maybe you're calling him made him feel like opinions as such was really needed. You haven't been here in so long.
No. I actually called him because
Did he say he's been watching the show?
no. He's been he hasn't. He's been busy. He's a busy man.
So he hasn't been watching the show, but he's here now to say that.
All
and
that stuff is irrelevant.
No, excuse me, please.
To him is irrelevant.
Excuse me. He hasn't been watching this. But this is why I said. This is why I apologize, Greek. You are one of the people I should have had the binder for. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna activate this new personality, and I'm away next week. And when I come back, I will obviously be very relaxed. I'm going on holiday, and then when I come back, I will reactivate this. The old Esther is gone. The Esther you can all agree with.
They're gonna
says,
blame me for this. They're gonna
if we
blame me for
could-
this repackaged, rebore.
If there's a
TVA.
way, if we could have maybe like have a preview of what, or like a hint, a brief summary of what the topic of the day is going to be about, put in the Discord,
Yeah.
so that in the morning I can just read the briefs of what people want me to say and who they want me to be.
Yeah.
Then I can just act that out.
Yeah.
Because clearly I was hired to do that. So I'm more than happy to do that. And in my next contract, we can discuss that as well.
God damn it.
I hope I can get a BAFTA at the end of all of this though. Or some.
To be honest, the nature of things is obviously when things change, we aren't even going to be able to like read the comments in the chat. So it would
Yeah.
just be the people
I'm
on
gonna
Discord.
stop reading the comments as well.
It would just be the people on Discord that we'll be
I'm gonna make a new
interacting
thingy.
with.
I'm gonna make a list of things that I'm gonna do that the new me is gonna come with.
But I do believe as soon as it is, I just remove my involvement in this particular platform, I think we are going to see a spike in support and contribution.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be removing my opinions and stuff as well.
No. Let me move mine first and then see if it changes. And then
We're moving it together.
joint enterprise, yeah?
Absolutely. We said we're a team and we're building a community. So in my mind, we should all
You see
be
how
on the
quickly
same.
He basically said that he didn't want to be part of it. Look.
I think we should all be on the
Look at
same vibe.
This, your king. Your king is gone.
I think we should all be. We should all
The
be on the
first day
same
he's arrived
vibe.
this week. The first day he's arrived this week, and it's Thursday, you know. Your king.
I will be on the same vibe. And yeah, I wish I could say that moving forward I would keep a binder, but I know myself. I don't care enough, so I won't do that. But what I can do is remove myself from this. That's what I can do. So you never have to worry about me. And ask Brent. I stay true to these things.
I'm hiring. I want a new Brent.
Yeah.
I want a stand-in Emmanuel because
Yeah.
as you have seen, Emmanuel decides when he wants to come in and when he doesn't want to come in. But you ain't got no problem with that.
Also, new Esther.
No, I'm not gonna hire
That'd be
a new
great.
Esther. I want to
I think
hire
you should.
another woman.
Actually, maybe not an Esther because they don't like me.
No. I don't
So
wanna
maybe
hire
like
another
just
Esther.
a female.
a woman.
A female.
Oh, we have to go with that one.
'Cause I go with woman. I express woman opinions. I think what you want is a female.
I've got my my preferences as to which woman to.
This is so funny. Let's get a female.
But I do believe that we will get more favor
I think it's get one from the community.
if we get a woman like ZZ Mills
Yeah, female. Actually, no, this is not female.
and Lin May.
I think you should get like one of the females.
You don't think ZZ Mills is a?
I think she's a woman.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, she's a woman.
All right, that's cool.
I
Man.
like Zizi.
But she's balanced, isn't it?
I don't watch her enough to give an opinion on whether she's
She gets
balanced.
called pick me all the time.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe I should get Lin May on.
I think people have different pick me tendencies anyway. Generally, you asked me a question and I answered it.
I think they want Lin May. I'm gonna holler.
I think people expressing an opinion. I just find it funny. But like I said,
You know what?
I don't do
Instead-
things I want to do.
I know what I'll do. I will, as soon as I put the Discord on, it's like a signal to Eddie to come on. I'm going to turn his volume on 110% and encourage him to be as communicative as possible. That's what I'm going to do. Every single headline, I'll ask his opinion on it.
Sound like a plan.
I think so.
I'm gonna come up with a list of things I'm gonna stop doing. I'm gonna stop saying people's names as well. I'm not gonna say anyone's names anymore.
Do you know?
I'm gonna act like I don't know the
Do,
community.
do you know how
there.
easy it is for certain individuals to insult Eddie? Like just in everybody's faces.
God
Just
forbid
easy.
Eddie comes out one
Easy.
day. God forbid Eddie comes
Fly
on
into
Discord
brrr.
one day and said he's had enough.
That'll never happen though.
You get rebranded. Come on and say that he doesn't understand what Eddie's doing. Eddie's bullying people.
Maggie says if I get Lin May, she's definitely removing the likes. That's just one person out of 1,000 that would dislike Lin May.
I don't think you need to go that far. I
to
think
be
you just
honest.
look in the chat. Let's see what women want to come on from the show, from the chat, want to come in the studio. I'm off next week.
So do you actually
could be
think
your
that
time.
anybody would answer that call?
Maybe because come from my lips, they might not. So you say it.
I don't think that will change anything.
I should have got Mugs to say it. Shame. Damn.
Well,
What's the trick?
next week, that particular chair is going to be free.
Absolutely.
This is an open invitation.
Come and get your Lauren LaRosa on.
An open invitation for any women.
I just remembered as well. There was the days I wasn't doing Word on Road right as well.
Yes.
And there was the days that all I cared was about was the gossip.
Yes.
Despite what the Word on Road segment is
Gossip. What do you mean talking about? What am I saying?
They just said I love talking about, like, essentially I love things. So you see what the Word of Road segment is about?
Yeah.
What's the Word of Road segment about?
Stuff that happens that is on the timeline that myself and Emmanuel miss.
Okay. They said that I like stuff like that too much.
Like it. You always say I don't want to do this, but Brent's making me do this.
But you know what's so funny? There are
In
people.
my head, I keep thinking, why you keep saying that? They're not gonna like it if you keep saying I don't want to do this. Like I'm forcing you to do it.
There are people who are listening to me say this now, and they're gonna say, "Oh, she's making that up." No one's ever said that.
But to be honest, I'm slightly scared to basically communicate that to you. Can you please stop saying?
Oh, you already
that
did.
don't like it?
You forgot.
Did
I think the work you've been doing a lot is you forgetting things. You absolutely did.
My head
we
is
actually
filled
talked
with
about
so
it.
much, Esther.
We actually talked about it. We had a conversation about it.
Basically, Esther, she doesn't want to be in this mess, right? She doesn't want to be reporting this kind of stuff because it affects her spirit. But she basically turns up for TNB every single day. She basically turns up.
God forbid.
Brent, I know you know I don't like this, but I am turning up for the cause. So
Nope.
just so you all know, she does not like doing it. And I've asked him, man, you think he's taking his mind? I'm not doing that. So I'm saying, but someone has to do it. And he's like,
No,
I'm not doing
they
it.
said, and again, people are going to be sitting there thinking, oh, no one's ever said that. So this attack is just unwarranted and this is bullying. They're going to sit there and say, oh, no one's ever said that. When I tell you, if I actually had a whole day and went through the things that people have said about me on this show,
There's a lot, you know.
there is a lot.
There is a lot.
There is a lot.
You've withstood a lot,
I have.
but you flung a lot too.
Absolutely.
Like monkeys in the cage flinging tutu at each other.
Oh, absolutely.
We're all monkeys.
But I haven't flung enough shit as I should have done. And again, it's because there's things that stop me. There's things that stop me. Because if I responded the way if I responded to every single thing that I see, like, as in, when I say every single thing I see, I mean like every day. If I was to respond to things every single day, this would be back chat. This would genuinely be back chat. There's a lot that I see that I ignore. There's a lot that I see that I ignore. But again, and I think it's easy for other people to not to see it and think that I'm bullying people because it's not about, you're not gonna see it. You see the things that whets your appetite or has your interest speak. Like, as the person that's always been spoken about, I see everything. So I have a lot more in my my imaginary binder than any other person would. So sitting there telling me that I'm bullying people is wild.
Well, if y'all don't want Wood and Road, then it will. I still would love that. So I'm gonna remove Wood and Road from the program because that's what they don't want to hear that. Then I'll remove it.
I would love to come
We would
here.
just have the People's Journal.
I would love to come here and just have a good time.
We would just have the People's Journal.
I would love to come here and just have fun.
You know what? I think we should remove Topic of the Day too.
I think we just come here and read the headlines.
I think that's what we should. It should just be a 15-minute
I think
broadcast.
so. I think so.
I think it should, because not enough people who are in support of everything that we're doing is pushing back on the comments that we're seeing in this chat. Do you understand? I'm seeing some silent people who've never typed before now contributing to this pylon.
Absolutely.
Right? We are being bullied right now.
Love that.
I've changed my mind. I said I'm not at fault.
I'll be telling you.
There's not enough pushing
telling you you're not
back
at fault.
on this.
That's
And
okay.
if you're a true TDA army, yo, attack them.
Do you know, actually,
Attack.
no, you don't even need to.
Attack.
Remember, we're going quiet, so they don't need to.
Attack.
They don't need to.
But they need to. They need to know,
Okay,
because
don't
there's
attack
not
for
going to
me.
be any commentary from this side of the aisle.
Don't attack.
So there needs to
for
be
me.
commentary on that side.
This is
Come
last,
on,
this is-
attack.
This is the last commentary you're going to get from me. You ain't got to attack.
people take me seriously.
Do you know what's funny about that? Do you know what's so funny? Is you thinking people take you seriously.
Why would
don't take you seriously,
why
bro.
would I pick and choose when they basically look to not take me seriously? Because I am never serious on here unless it is this community building.
I know. All I'm saying is that.
Oh my goodness.
All I'm saying is that
It's not even raining outside.
I'm going to match the
It's
energy
raining
now.
inside the studio.
And it's not nice, but I feel bad because it's like, it's not all negative.
It isn't.
It's not because it isn't. Actually, isn't.
It isn't.
It's a lot more love. To be fair, it's a lot more positivity.
I'm still asking for you
But I
to
think-
attack the ones that are basically making us feel.
I'm saying you don't.
Away.
No, don't we?
I feel
No,
victimized right now.
Don't we?
I feel
don't bring me
oppressed.
into it. Because don't bring me into it because do you know what's gonna happen?
Just me.
Yeah, because
who's
you know-
gonna ride up for me?
Do you know what's gonna happen? In the future, when this is quoted, they're going to say Esther made Brent tell people to attack other people. It's always Esther's fault. I sit here, I speak up for women, it's a problem. I speak up for men, the men say, I don't know, I don't really understand their struggles. So I speak for place of privilege. Fair enough. Then I say, oh, let's be harsh. I'm being too harsh. Then I say, let's give grace. They said, I watched. Like, there is nothing I say that just wins, which is why I think it's funny that people think I sit here wanting people's approvals of my opinions because nothing is ever good enough. I'm here now.
I think you give.
I'll be honest. I'm here now.
I think you give not as good as you get. I think you give more than you get because that's just the way you're set, right? So
Not in the insults. I should have given
read
more.
so much on this chat, and sometimes I'm hoping that when it is you're doing your job whilst you sit there, I'm hoping you don't even look to put your eyes on the phone because I'm thinking none of this that's being said is necessary, right? Now, I know that sometimes, like when Emmanuel sits here and he says what he says and then he riles up people in the thing, I know that he's looking for people to now disagree with him or and then he starts saying critical thinking. That's why it is that we can't go anywhere as a community. I mean, he's definitely just looking straight at y'all and insulting y'all like to no end. But I think this is what it is that I believe we've signed up for as people who have decided, even through all of the shit, right? All of the shit that we are wading through. This is every day, mind you. Every single weekday for 3 years. Do you understand? For 3 years. Every single... And I don't think y'all truly understand. And when I say y'all, if it doesn't apply to you, I'm not speaking to you, right? The commitment and the sacrifice that is involved with Esther in particular coming to present her thoughts and opinions on the programs that we put in front of her. Because this room is a hostile room 24/7. And she is turning up every day. It's hostile 24/7 and she's turning up every single day. Just to say, I'm here to serve. So I don't think there'll be any time when it is you show your frustrations with the comments that you see that are unfair. People having amnesia as to why you even feel a particular way about them. Because I understand as to why it is that you don't like half of these people.
I'm not doing it anymore. So don't worry, this is the last one you ever experienced.
I hear that. So as you can see, the content is going to change. As one would hope is for the better, because this is exactly what you all want. Yes, making sweeping generalizations because that's what we do. That's what we do here, and we will see what happens. I know tomorrow will be a new day. You're probably just going to see me.
I'm gonna be here. I when I make commitments.
Oh,
I don't show
tomorrow.
up. I'm here. I'm here. I'm away next week.
Oh, okay.
I'm away next week, so I will be here tomorrow. But I'll be here as a brand new woman tomorrow. And when I return on the 1 second, what date is that? On the 9th of June, I will still be the woman that you meet tomorrow.
All right. I haven't seen enough of the army attacking the contributors to our position, so I'm also not going to be here tomorrow in spirit. I'll be here in person because you will see the camera switching, but I'll be not here in spirit. And Emmanuel, I don't know if Emmanuel's going to be here. Your king, I don't know if he's going to be here. Margs might be here though, because he did say he wanted to come pass by.
I have missed Margs so much. I haven't seen him in so long. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, he passed by on I think it was
Tuesday. It was Tuesday. 'Cause I remember I was getting ready and I was like, oh my gosh. Sorry, where you been? I'm proud of Margs, man.
So bloody busy. Yeah, man.
Like I'm so proud of him. Like I'm just so proud of him. So proud of him. Big up Margs every single time.
After the show we went to.
Yeah, you did.
Like he was like
really.
Yeah. He was
I can't wait to see it.
And he wants to. I'll tell you after. But he was like, now understand. Like every time you leave, I understand. What
I get
it.
Yeah. I can't wait. I might.
Mad excited though, man.
Maybe tomorrow. Excited. I might drop by tomorrow.
Don't make no promises. You know.
I didn't promise anything. I just made it. You know when you say something here, people are like, don't make no promises. I'm like, first of all, you said the way I am here, since I was a kid, if I don't say I promise,
then it's not binding. It's not binding. It's not binding.
It ain't binding.
I say that.
Holding me to it. Excuse me. It was merely a suggestion.
I said what? You thought I said what?
I promise to be different tomorrow though on this show. So that's the promise, and I will keep that.
All right, then.
I'm definitely keeping that.
All right, welcome back, Esther.
No,
welcome back.
I might come up with a different name actually. Maybe I should stop saying my own royalty. I think I'm going to start going with Esther actually. I'm going to start introing as Esther.
We're proper leading into this new person.
I will, because I just think that.
Do you think you can keep it up? I have my money and you not being able to keep it up.
That's fine.
I think it's just hot air you're exposing right
That's
now.
That's okay. I know how I feel inside.
I'll just get my last minute because tomorrow you're getting it.
I know how I feel inside. I know how I feel inside.
So no more my royalty. You're going to change him on Instagram?
No, I'm leaving that. Instagram family didn't do anything.
Fair.
It's a TDA problem.
It's a TDA problem.
TDA is... People are going to make TDA the thorn in my flesh.
You know how some people lose their eyesight and then they get superhuman hearing?
Yeah.
They can see with their ears.
Yeah.
I think Emmanuel now has to basically take on the aspects that you're now going to basically, put down.
I don't think so, because from what it sounds
you
like...
don't think you keep messy?
I don't think so.
Apparently that's all you do here.
Because that's what I do.
That's all you contribute to this platform.
If the messiness is being complained about, then technically we don't need messy.
Fair.
So my position I might actually have to resign.
Fair.
They might actually, I may not even resign. I might actually be fired because if there's no use for me,
I can't do that. Right?
I want you to.
You will have to basically tell me.
I can't resign.
You would tell me that you're a failure. It's not. I'm not giving you the easy route. You're going to tell me you failed.
You know somebody,
that has to come from you. I have failed. I'm unable to basically turn up for TDA, TNB, and Brent. I failed you. I've not kept my promise. Yeah. When it is I stood here and said nobody's gonna run me off.
I didn't promise.
I was chatting shit.
First of all, I didn't promise.
I didn't say I promise. You ain't getting this tomorrow, so I'm here. Right?
Listen,
you sat there and said, ain't nobody ever gonna remove me from my blessing. Nobody's gonna basically.
No, but you know how I see it though. If I
block
did
me from my blessing.
If I did quit tomorrow, I wouldn't see it as I was run off the show or someone removed from my blessing, because again, you can't.
Yeah, I do believe
I follow what God wants me from me.
I do believe that you could rebrand it. Sorry.
It's not. I'm not. No, but it's not about
See
me. Shut up. This is why they don't want you to speak anymore. I don't want you to speak anymore. Damn. But the thing is, that's the reality. Like, I feel like if I ever was to leave the show, it's not because, like, I ran off or whatever. Because I go by God's leading.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up to the show just because you told me. And I think you're a cool person.
Yeah, because God told you. And now God has changed his mind.
No, but it's not about the. But God has seasons for us.
I love how you just be able to respond to
that.
No,
but God has seasons. I don't think I'm going to be on TDA forever.
I agree.
I don't think I'm going to be on TDA.
I don't think I'm going to be on
TDA forever. We're going to have a TDA the next gen.
100%.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if I ever leave, it's not because this person didn't like me or that comment or what. It's not going to be like, I don't.
Because you know the majority of people.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, absolutely. And big up every single person that's always been so kind 100%. And poured into me. Absolutely. But the reality is that if I was to quit based, and I think that's what people should remember, if the day does come and I decide to, and the people try to say, oh, we ran her off.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to see more Kevins in the chat.
Okay, don't care. If that was the case, I promise you, and I mean this with every part of my heart, I would have quit TDA a long time ago.
Amen.
If I was quitting if I was gonna quit based off like the opinions, the disrespect, the rudeness, the whatever.
Honestly, you have had opportunities where it is that it's
I would've quit
staring you
ages
in the
ago.
face, 100%, and then you've decided, all right, let me plug in
I've had a
again.
couple cheeky DMs and whatnot. If I was to quit based off just how it is that the atmosphere, I would have left ages ago. Like ages. I don't think I would have made it to year 1.
I think you're
And
right.
that's the honest
I
truth.
think you're right. This is Emmanuel's fault.
So
I don't know
and
what I
didn't
was
say
saying
that.
before. It's not my fault.
I
This
didn't
is
say
Emmanuel's
that.
fault.
So I'm committed
That's
to,
not
I know the
reasonable.
commitments I make. And so my commitment is not to Brent.
That's all.
My
It's
commitment
God.
is not to
Jesus
TMB.
Christ.
My commitment is to my Lord and Savior.
And whatever season he wants from you,
Absolutely.
in whatever era, then you're going to basically abide.
Absolutely. So I will be here
Yeah, until it's
by the grace of God. If that's God's will for me to be here tomorrow, I will be here tomorrow.
So now you're saying it's a
No, because
possibility that you may not be here.
No, because you said I wouldn't. You said you don't show. I think you said something like it might just be you tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
Like I'll definitely be here tomorrow by the grace of God.
Right.
But if I was to quit based off the behavior on this show,
Yeah.
I would have quit ages ago. But I don't act on my feelings. I act with God's instructions. So you're stuck in for a while. If you do want me to leave though, pray about it.
You know what, Esther? You know what can actually happen?
What can happen?
I could just restrict the chat. I could just not put the chat on. I don't have to have a live chat.
Yeah, so you say.
That is
that before.
exactly what I can do. And then people could still call in via Discord. I guess they can still leave comments on the YouTube afterwards. But
Yeah.
I can turn the live chat off. So if I don't want to change, if I don't want to self-reflect,
So
hold
basically-
myself accountable.
So do you know something?
I can just
So when
shut
you
it
said no, you're a clown.
Because
So when
annoying me is that I'm now being silenced. Do you understand?
What are you talking about?
My own
First of
self.
all, you were the first one to-
I am not being appreciated, right? I can't be myself. I have to be somebody else, right? They can't have all of me, and that's. I feel so.
Do you know why you're funny? You're
So
funny.
victimized.
You're funny because when you said that, you don't think I could keep up with it. You can't, because it's your nature to be troublesome.
No. If you tell me that I can't do something, I'm telling you, just out
Yeah.
of my innate Nigerian DNA, I'm actually I trace my lineage.
Yeah.
I'm from Yoruba land, right? And I know sometimes it may not come across like that because I question Emmanuel's citizenship and whatnot, but I'm Yoruba.
Yeah.
And in saying that, I'm telling you, watch me. So say it. You dead. Go on. Say it. Say it. Go on. Go on.
You're so annoying.
Go on.
Watch what?
Say it. Say I
Watch.
can't basically just shut my mouth.
As in you, Brent.
Me. Go on. Go on. Go on. Say it.
You're so annoying.
All right. So
Brent,
you know.
you can't shut your mouth.
All right. It's done.
Challenge accepted.
It's done.
So in the spirit of shutting our mouths, do you want to do reaction? Do you want to wrap up? What do you want to do? Because they said we've been talking for too long. Brennan shut his mouth. Let me wrap it up quickly then. So wait, so because we said Brent has to be quiet, the music is gonna be quiet too? Or is it just was my headphones? You can talk to me.
You know when it is
Oh, the headphones. Oh, okay. Oh, you're really whispering. Look what's happened now. Anyway, today we talked about the US's trade court who blocked Trump's Liberation Day global tariffs. We also talked about Andrew and Tristan Tate are facing rape and human trafficking charges in the UK. We also talked about Sadiq Khan calling for the possession of cannabis to be decriminalized. Is Sadiq Khan? No, he's not that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and then in our topic of the day, we talked about a petition that's going around where people want the banning of halal meat to be debated in Parliament. So that's that going on as well. We talked about Gaza and the stuff that's going on there. And a few celebrities have come together, banded together. People like Dua Lipa, Gary Lineker, Benedict Cumberbatch. And they basically want the Prime Minister to end the UK's complicity in Gaza. What else we talked about? We talked about the London Council considered legal action against the Home Office over a £5 million asylum seeker bill. What else we talked about? We did asking for a friend, which was just an update on something else that happened, and the guys didn't really have much to add to the conversation there. Just told him to keep his friend. And then we also talked about a teacher who started an online petition to remove the London school, a head teacher in London, in a London school, and he has been banned. Talked about migrants who lie about dissidents and how they can delete social media to return home. And also a British holidaymaker who unfortunately was, I was going to say, stabbed by a shark. She was bitten by a shark. And then in Word on Road, we talked about the last for a while. We talked about Cassie giving birth to her third baby, Lauren and Cameron from Love is Blind, the Hamiltons announcing their first pregnancy. And yeah, I think that was it, to be honest, actually. We talked about a lot. And talk about other things. You can catch up with that and whatnot. And just as a reminder, anyone who's tuning in now, there will be a new show from tomorrow moving forward. So hope you enjoy it. And we will see you guys later, I guess. Goodbye. End of the show.